It's just gonna be me here alone. Oh, we got some people joining. Bella, look. Got people looking at us. Say hi.
August 18.
So Chris, it's your house. You can go inside with us if you'd like, or you could stay out here. It doesn't matter to us.
Doesn't matter. I mean, free reign, just whatever you got to do.
Okay.
Like I can chill on the decks on the side of the sun, but
Okay.
it's cool.
All right. Whatever you'd like. How long have you guys been married?
So we've been together 8 years, married 6 this year.
Okay. And this is very unusual behavior?
Yeah, we can get that dog out of here.
Okay.
She's gonna flip.
If this stillness holds you, a quiet gesture helps sustain these long-form investigations. Taking a
Mr.
moment
Watts,
to
why
like
did
the
you kill
video
your
or
wife and 2
subscribe
children?
allows stories like this to be examined with the time and care they demand, bringing hidden truths into focus, one layer at a time.
Candy, Mama. I don't have candy. No, Bella. Bella, you can't play with Mommy's lotion. So this is addiction palette number 5. She keeps stealing my makeup. I'm telling you, this is why I lose makeup. She just grabbed my lipstick. I'm wearing my LuLaRoe today. Sorry, guys. I'm dropping everything because of this child of mine. Hence why I lose makeup, you guys. Bella seriously destroys my girls steal my makeup, and I'm Bella particularly. Bella steals them and breaks them, as you saw her do in action today. But here's my Christmas leggings. Can you see them? I haven't been able to get a picture of them yet because Bella doesn't take good full shot pictures yet. Grinch over here. Bella. We have the Grinch over here. We have the Grinch. We have the Grinch here. You're doing a good job, Bella. Careful. Hello. Hey, wait, we gotta stop.
We gotta stop before we go across the road. Look both
Remember?
ways.
Look both ways. Your hair came out.
Yeah, she pulled them out.
Pulled him out. Hey, no cars coming. Hi, Cece.
Careful. Careful, boo.
Careful, sweetheart.
This is how she does it.
Cece, you having fun? Yeah, watch the hill, Bella.
Get up this way.
Ugh.
That's all you do. Turn red. Alright. No running up the hill, remember, you're good.
Objectively say that this is perhaps the most inhumane and vicious crime that I have handled out of the thousands of cases that I have seen. And nothing less than a maximum sentence would be appropriate, and anything less than the maximum sentence would depreciate the seriousness of this offense. Deputies, I would respectfully ask that you take this defendant into custody and have him serve the rest of his life in the Department of Corrections. We are in recess.
Can't run.
Now I can hug you. Now I can hug you. Come here. Come here, little girl. Hey. Hey. Airplane. I know. I did. Yes, I did.
Hey guys, good morning, or I know for Colorado people it's good morning, good afternoon for everybody else. I wanted to come here live because today is the big day for the huge, our cocktail party is tonight where Product X is going to be released. We're super excited. We're heading to the pool right now, and then we have a massage today paid for by Lavelle. today at 3:30. So Chris and I are super excited. So we're gonna get a massage after we lay by the pool for a little bit and maybe go to the beach again. And then we're going to go to the cocktail party. And we will be live there tonight. Everyone needs to deserve this. Everyone. Absolutely everyone. Tell them how much fun it is.
It's amazing.
This place is nuts. It is phenomenal.
We're gonna go have some fun. Get to hear what's coming out. It's absolutely exciting. We're super excited. We'll be back here live shortly, guys. Love you. Girls.
Oh, CC
Girls.
Bella.
Okay. You want chocolate? No chocolate? If you want chocolate, you just get this bowl. You want this one? Bigger one? We're gonna go.
I love you too.
This is the morning. This is why I love that I thrive. Tell them you love them.
You're welcome. We love you.
Say love you.
Candy.
Oh yeah, shoot, that's in here.
Hey, guess what, girls? Mommy has a baby in her belly. Are you guys excited? Yes? Are you really excited? Oh my goodness. Come give me hugs. Oh. I love you, girls.
I got the baby a hug.
You want to give the baby a hug? I love you, Bella. You're so sweet. Give me a kiss.
Mommy. Mommy.
Yes, baby.
Position of trust with respect to the victim in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-3-102, subsection 1, subsection F. Do you understand? Count 5 alleges murder in the first degree, a class 1 felony. It alleges that between and including August 12th, 2018 and August 13th, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts unlawfully, feloniously, and knowingly caused the death of Celeste Watts, a child who had not yet attained 12 years of age, and the defendant was in a position of trust with respect to the victim in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-3-102, subsection 1, subsection F. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
With regard to these first 5 counts, the minimum sentence that the court could impose if convicted is life imprisonment in the Colorado Department of Corrections, and the maximum the sentence is death. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Let me also point out that pursuant to Rule 32.1 of the Rules of Criminal Procedure,
Cece, play patty cake on Daddy's head.
Yeah, she's gripping it right now.
Cece, play patty cake on Daddy's head. Go whack a daddy.
Don't do that, Cece. Don't do it. Sounds kind of hollow.
Whack a daddy. Don't spit.
Don't spit on Daddy, please. Oh, that's a shower.
Careful, Bella, don't fall, okay? Whack a daddy. Whack a daddy. One more time, Daddy. Whack a daddy. Whack.
Thank
You for the birds.
Girls, thank you for the
there?
Oh, that was
No, the doorbell, is that a ring doorbell?
like when you got a visitor, it does. But I don't think the speaker is on to where you hear it. Like by.
Okay, I guess my question for you is, would it show her leaving with the kids? Did you have any alerts?
If she came out here, yes. Like if.
Did you have any alerts today with that?
Just when her friends were here.
Does it only record when the doorbell rings, or anytime someone?
If you're like right here, it should just start. The proximity should hit up.
Okay, and if you had anything on that today?
Just her friends.
And what time was that?
12:10 and about 10 minutes afternoon.
Okay. But nothing between the time when she got here this morning?
No, she got here at 2. Only thing
this morning?
2 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Like 1:48 on here. And the only thing that was weird was that the garage door said is left open after I left. And it might have been the sensor, but like my phone doesn't show when
For your alarm?
Yeah, it doesn't show if it shuts.
And who's your alarm through?
Vivian.
Okay.
But Nikki, her friend that came here about 12:10, she said the garage door was shut when she got here.
Okay.
That was the only thing that was weird.
All right. Were you going to hang out there, or you want to come in here?
I'll start here.
Okay.
I just want them back. I just want them to come back. And if they're not safe right now, that's what's tearing me apart. Because if they are safe, they're coming back. But if they're not, this has got to stop. Like somebody has to come forward.
I don't want them to really go in the ocean. I mean,
Ready, set,
Go.
ready, set.
Go.
The pool opens in 2 weeks too.
what's the degrees today?
85 last I checked. 120.
Wow.
No, CC.
Yeah.
CC, get girl.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? She can climb that fence.
Good morning, and welcome to be seated. Okay, we are on the record. We are in Division 17 of the Weld County District Court, and we are here regarding Weld County case number 18CR2003, people of the state of Colorado versus Christopher Lee Watts. My name is Marcelo Cuptown, a district court judge here in Weld County, and I will be the presiding judge in this case. If I could please have the lawyers identify themselves in the record, starting with the prosecution.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Rourke on behalf of the people. Patrick Roach on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, John Walsh on behalf of the defense. Jim Burson on behalf of Mr. Watts. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Rourke, do you want to make a record regarding compliance with the Victims' Rights Act?
Yes, Your Honor. We are in compliance with the Victims' Rights Act. Frank Rusick, who is Shanann Watts' father, is present in the courtroom, as is Frankie Rusick, who is Shanann Watts' brother. They are present in the courtroom, and we have advised them of the purpose of today's hearing and what we expect to occur.
Thank you. Mr. Watts, last week I gave you a limited advisement because charges had not been filed. They have now been filed, so I'm going to give you a full advisement. If at any time you have any questions, please let me know, and welcome also to certainly consult with your attorneys, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, you do not need to make any statements. Any statements you make can be used against you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to be represented by counsel, and if you're indigent, you have the right to request the appointment of counsel or consult with the public defender before any further proceedings are held, and I see that you've taken advantage of that right. Any plea that you make must be made voluntarily and not the result of undue influence or coercion. You understand?
Yes, sir.
At this point, I have denied your right to bail, given the charges. You can certainly have a conversation shortly about that issue. You have the right to understand the nature of the charges. We'll go over that in a moment. You have the right to a jury trial. You also have the right to demand and receive a preliminary hearing within a reasonable time to determine whether probable cause exists to believe that the offenses charged were committed by you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I assume that the defense has received a copy of the complaint and information. Mr. Watts, let me explain to you what you have been formally charged with and what the possible penalties are. Count 1 alleges that on or about August 13th, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts unlawfully, feloniously, after deliberation, and with the intent to cause the death of a person other than himself, caused the death of Shanna Watts in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-3-102, subsection 1, subsection 8, and that crime is classified as murder in the first degree, a class 1 felony. Do you understand? Count 2 alleges murder in the first degree, also a class 1 felony, and it reads that between and including August 12th, 2018 and August 13th, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts unlawfully, feloniously, after deliberation, and with the intent to cause the death of a person other than himself, caused the death of Bella Watts in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-3-102, subsection 1, subsection 8. Do you understand? Count 3 alleges murder in the first degree, a class 1 felony, and specifically it alleges that between and including August 12, 2018 and August 13, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts unlawfully, feloniously, after deliberation, and with the intent to cause the death of a person other than himself, caused the death of Celeste Watts in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-3-102, subsection 1, subsection 8. Do you understand? Count 4 alleges murder in the first degree, a class 1 felony. It alleges that between and including August 12, 2018 and August 13, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts unlawfully, feloniously, and knowingly caused the death of Bella Watts, a child who had not yet attained 12 years of age, and the defendant was in a position of trust with respect to the victim in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-3-102, subsection 1, subsection F. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Count 5 alleges murder in the first degree, a class 1 felony. It alleges that between and including August 12, 2018 and August 13, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts unlawfully, feloniously, and knowingly caused the death of Celeste Watts, a child who had not yet attained 12 years of age, and the defendant was in a position of trust with respect to the victim in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-3-102, subsection 1, subsection F. Do you understand? Yes, sir. With regard to these first 5 counts, the minimum sentence that the court could impose if convicted is life imprisonment in the Colorado Department of Corrections, and the maximum sentence is death. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Let me also point out that pursuant to Rule 32.1 of the Rules of Criminal Procedure, the prosecutor would have to file a written statement of intent to seek the death penalty no later than 63 days after arraignment. Do you understand? If a life imprisonment sentence was imposed, it would be without the possibility of parole. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. Count 6 alleges a Class 2 felony of unlawful termination of pregnancy in the first degree. Specifically, it alleges that on or about August 13, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts, with the intent to terminate unlawfully the pregnancy of a woman, namely Shanann Watts, feloniously and unlawfully terminated the pregnancy of the woman. Further, the woman died as a result of the unlawful termination of the pregnancy in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-3.5-103. Do you understand? Yes, sir. The possible penalties, if convicted for this crime, is a mandatory minimum 16 years in prison up to 48 years in prison, followed by an additional mandatory parole period of 5 years. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Count 7 alleges tampering with a deceased human body, a Class 3 felony. It alleges that on or about August 13, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts, believing that an official proceeding was pending, in progress, or about to be instituted, and acting without legal right or authority, unlawfully and feloniously willfully destroyed, mutilated, concealed, removed, or altered a human body, part of a human body, or human remains with the intent to impair it or their appearance or availability in the official proceedings in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-8-610.5. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Count 8 alleges also tampering with a deceased human body, a Class 3 felony. It alleges that on or about August 13, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts, believing that an official proceeding was pending, in progress, or about to be instituted, and acting without legal right or authority, unlawfully and feloniously, willfully destroyed, mutilated, concealed, removed, or altered a human body, part of a human body, or human remains with the intent to impair its or their appearance or availability in the official proceeding in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-8-610.5. Do you understand? Yes, sir. And finally, count 9 alleges tampering with a deceased human body, a Class 3 felony. It alleges that on or about August 13, 2018, Christopher Lee Watts, believing that an official proceeding was pending, in progress, or about to be instituted, and acting without legal right or authority, unlawfully and feloniously, willfully destroyed, mutilated, concealed, removed, or altered a human body, part of a human body, or human remains with the intent to impair its or their appearance or availability in the official proceeding in violation of Colorado Revised Statutes 18-8-610.5. With regard to counts 7, 8, and 9, those Class 3 felonies carry a presumptive range of 4 to 12 years in the Colorado Department of Corrections. If there were sufficient mitigating circumstances, the minimum could be as low as 2 years. If there were sufficient aggravating circumstances, as many as 24 years. And any prison sentence would be followed by an additional mandatory parole period of 3 years. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Do you have any questions about what I've said so far? Yes, sir. And Mr. Merston, has your office filed a written intent to seek a proof evident presumptive rate hearing?
Not yet, Judge, but we will be following that. This case will be Mr. Walsh's and Ms. Harold's. They were the attorneys listed on the, I believe, the most recent pleading from the defense.
Okay, thank you. And I would point out, Mr. Watts, that the prosecution also indicated in the complaint and information that these were acts of domestic violence. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. And so, Mr. Walsh, what is your request today?
Your Honor, considering that we haven't received any discovery of the case, we're not in a good position at this point to advise the court about what kind of time we'll need. My suggestion to the court is that the court allow Mr. Watts to reserve the preliminary hearing in the case, reserve the proof evident hearing, and set the matter for a status conference about 60 days out.
So just to be clear, he is waiving his right to have a preliminary hearing within 35 days, that he's not seeking a proof evident presumption rate hearing prior to the setting of the status conference in about 60 days, but he's reserving his right to have those hearings in the future, but not necessarily within 35 days. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor. You've spoken about those issues.
And do you understand what we're talking about, Mr. Watts?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about that? Okay. And Mr. Rourke, do you have any objection to that request?
No, Your Honor, that seems like the prudent way to proceed at this point.
Okay. Let me give you a date that, how does, so 60 days is about October 20th or so. I have October 11th. Does that date work for the parties? I can go a little bit further if you like as well.
I think a little bit further would make sense, Your Honor. Thank you.
How about November 19th? While we're waiting for lawyers to look, let me make a record that the court's going to find that Mr. Watts is knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily waiving his right to have a preliminary hearing within 35 days, And while he has not asked for a proof evident presumption grade hearing yet, I'm told that he will, but he's not requesting that hearing prior to the status conference that we're setting today. Agreed?
Yes. That date works fine with the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Your Honor, I spoke to the Rusiks, and that is fine with the people as well as the witness.
How is late morning on November 19th?
Anytime, Your Honor. Late morning is fine.
Very good.
How about 10:30?
That'll work with the people.
And that will be in Division 16. I apologize for the bouncing around of division, but my courtroom obviously is not big enough, and I will keep you updated on where the divisions are going to be, but the next court date will be in Division 16. Are there any other questions, comments, concerns, anything that we can address today before us recessing?
I think there are a couple of things outstanding, Your Honor, and first I wanted to address one very ministerial point of clarification with respect to the standing decorum order that the court entered yesterday. By its terms, and when the court defines the applicable areas, that includes my office, specifically the boundaries of the district attorney's office. I just wanted to make a request for clarification that the terms of this order do not apply to the conduct that occurs within my office itself.
Agreed.
Thank you. Otherwise, I have provided a copy of this to the employees of my office, and we will be providing it to law enforcement after this hearing is fine.
Thank you. I also intend on issuing a case management order later today, so be on the lookout for that.
I don't know if the court has the desire at this point this morning to address a couple of the other outstanding motions that the Public Defender's Office has filed that we had entered or filed responses to. We have not addressed motions 2, 3, 5, and 7. And those are the defense motions 2, 3, 5, and 7. And for the record, our responses were C, D, E, and F.
I don't have those motions in front of me, but I know that I issued a number of written orders yesterday. Did you receive those?
I received written orders, but not as it relates to those 4, so perhaps they just haven't reached my desk yet.
If they haven't yet, I will issue a written ruling and be getting it shortly. But I issued a number of orders yesterday.
Your Honor, does that include, I did get the order on motion 5 and motion 7. Does that include motions 2 and 3 then that the court would?
Remind me what 2 and 3 are again?
Motion 2 is the motion to allow confidential defense experts to be present for any testing. And we did have a bit of additional argument on that if the court wanted to hear it. Motion 3 is a motion for a protective order.
I prefer that you put it in writing, and then I'll issue a written order with regard to that. Is that something that's time sensitive?
I think it could be, Your Honor. I can't speak for the district attorney, but it could be.
I can tell the court, understanding what Mr. Walsh is referring to in motion number 2, it is not something that is going to occur in the next day or 2, so it's not time sensitive in that respect.
So you'll be received, if you want to put something in writing, you're welcome to, and I will issue a written order in a timely manner.
Does the court want to give us a deadline for that?
Sure. When would you like to file a response?
I can have it done in a day or 2.
Okay. And so do you have control, Mr. Warren, as to when the testing is going to occur?
Absolutely. I can certainly make clear to our forensic agents that pending the litigation or the receipt of a court order on this, that we will not do any forensic testing.
That'd be great. So did you want to have time to file a reply to the response?
If necessary, if I could have 3 business days to file a response to whatever Mr. Walsh files in the next couple of days, I would appreciate that.
Okay, so Mr. Walsh, can you have something filed by close of business tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so close of business on Monday, Mr. Warren?
Yes, sir.
Then I'll have something to the parties by midweek next week.
Thank you.
Any other issues that we can resolve today?
Not for the people around.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, we are in recess. Thank you for your time.
like to say to the courts that Shannon, Bella, and Nico are loving, caring people. They love life. They love being around people who love them. They always had good times. This is the first time they went to the beach this year, and they loved it. But God only knows what happened that night. Life will never be the same without Shannon, Bella, and Celeste and Nico. Had all their lives to live. They were taken by a heartless one. This is the heartless one, the evil monster, who dare you take the lives of my daughter Shannon, Bella, Celeste, and Nico. I trusted you to take care of them, not kill them. And they also trusted you. The heartless monster, and then you take them out like trash. You disgust me. They were loving and caring people. You may have taken their bodies from me, but you will never take the love they had for me. They loved us more than you will ever know, because you don't know what love is. Because if you did, you would not have killed them. You monster, thought you would get away with this. I don't know how. The cameras do not lie. You carry them out like trash of the house. Yes, I seen the videotape. You buried my daughter Shannon and Nico in a shallow grave, and then you put Bella and Celeste in huge containers of crude oil. You heartless monster. You have to live with this vision every day of your life, and I hope you see that every time you close your eyes at night. Oh, I forgot. You have no heart or feelings or love. Let me tell you something. I will think of them every day of my life, and I love them every day of my life. Prison is too good for you. This is hard to say, but may God have mercy on your soul. I hope you enjoy your new life. It's nothing like the one you had out here. May the courts have no mercy on you. It's hard every day. It hurts in so many ways. I have heard people say that you're not a monster. No, you are not. You're an evil monster. Thank you. Love you, Shannon, Bella, and Nico. Love you, Pop and Dad. And one other thing. And Shannon says she is super excited for justice today. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
I don't want to be in it. Get lower.
I'm Cindy Watts.
Ron Watts.
Thank you. And I have authorized you to make a statement to the court as paternal grandparents of the children. And if you choose not to make a statement, but your designee, Ms. Powers, chooses to, she can do so as well. How would you like to proceed
Can
today?
I read that? I want you to start, but I would like to read
Who's going to be speaking today?
Your Honor, initially, they've asked me, and they're hoping that they have the strength to speak, but if they do not, they've written out their statements and asked me to finish for them. So
That would be fine. Who would like to go first?
if I could start, Your Honor. On behalf of the Watts, Your Honor, and to the community, we thank you for the opportunity and the recognition under the Victim Bill of Rights. We come today as the grandparents and the parent of the daughter and children whose life was taken in this case. We are not here to ask for leniency. We are not in any way condoning or tolerating the crime that has occurred and the pain that has been caused. We join in our daughter-in-law and grandchildren's family in saying this should never have happened. This is not condonable. This is something that we will never get over. We appreciate the consideration that everyone has paid, most especially the families that have lost everyone. We appreciate that they begged for Christopher's life. We agree and echo what they have said, that it is not his place to take anyone's life, nor would it be our place as a community to take his life. So we thank you for the opportunity and for every consideration and effort that's been put out. The prosecution in this case has in fact respected the Victim Bill of Rights. They took the time to explain that the information that my clients had at the time that they were interviewed was not correct. They were misinformed, they were searching for answers, they were not intending to cause any pain to anyone, and they appreciate that the prosecution answered their questions and gave them the time and the respect and the consideration so that they could tell this court and everyone in this community that the interview content was not their message, that they accept that their son has done this, that they accept that he chose to plead guilty, that he sought and requested their consent and agreement for a life sentence. They appreciate that he is given the opportunity to serve that life sentence. It is his responsibility, it is his sentence, and it is not enough to make up for what has done. We understand and we join the family in that we have questions. We don't know how such a thing could possibly happen, or that a man that was responsible for raising his children and protecting his wife would take the steps that he did, and that he would disregard their bodies and the love that he had for them and they had for him and everyone else, and take the gestures and put this community through the investigation and the discovery and the responsibility of bringing justice. We do not understand that. We do not think it was appropriate. We cannot begin to think that an explanation will ever justify it. My clients indicate that they understand that a full opportunity for a confession with all of the responsibility and accountability has not occurred. And they support the family and the request that that happen, if not today, at an appropriate time, in an appropriate manner, so that everyone can have peace, to understand to the best of their ability the details that they need and to have their questions answered. And by giving this opportunity of a life sentence, we hope that he embraces that moment. That had the death penalty been pursued, there would not have been an opportunity to be accountable and to give a full confession. And had the death penalty been sought, counsel would have fought for his life, the prosecutors would have been engaged in a multiple-year battle, the families would have been torn apart, this community would have had to subsidize it and endure it, and we have so much respect and gratefulness that that did not happen. We would strongly encourage Christopher Watts to give that full confession in the tone and in the timing that he thinks is appropriate with the guidance of his counsel. We feel that it would be appropriate and helpful to ease the pain and the suffering. But we also say we don't think that there's anything that he can say that will ever account for his behavior. There's nothing that can be done to cure the harm he has caused. And he has the responsibility to serve his sentence with dignity and with regard for everyone, and to spend every breath that he has left in an atonement for what he has done. Do you want to read it?
If I could just have you state your name for the record.
Cindy Watts.
Thank you.
My name is Cindy Watts. I am the grandmother of two beautiful granddaughters, Bella Marie, Celeste Catherine Watts. I am also the mother of Christopher Watts, who I will be directing most of my statement to. First, I'd like to begin by recognizing the absolute horror of this crime and acknowledging the devastating loss that both the Rusek family as well as our family have faced. Our families have been irreparably broken by the needless deaths of Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico. This is something we will never get over. We will always mourn the loss of our family, and in that we are united in our grief. I am still struggling to understand how and why this tragedy occurred. I may never be able to understand and accept it, but I pray for peace and healing for all of us. Now to my son Christopher. I have known you since the day you were born into this world. I have watched you grow from a quiet and sweet, curious child who Bella reminded me so much of, to a young man who worked hard in sports and later mechanics to achieve your goals. You are a good friend, brother, father, and son. We have loved you from the beginning, and we still love you now. This might be hard for some to understand, how I can sit here under these circumstances and tell you, although we are heartbroken, although we can't imagine what could have led us to this day, but we love you. Maybe you can't believe it either. As the Lord said in Jeremiah 3:31, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore, I have continued my faithfulness to you. And you, as your mother, Chris, I have always loved you, and I still do. I hate what has happened. Your father and sister and I are struggling to understand why. But we will remain faithful as your family, just as God remains faithful because of his unconditional love for us all. We love you, and we forgive you, son.
Thank you.
Judge, if I could read Mr. Watts' statement.
Yes.
My name is Ronnie Watts, and I am the grandfather of Bella, Celeste, Nico Watts, and I am the father of Shannon. I am the father of Christopher Watts as well. And one of the most important things I've done in my life is to raise my children and to watch as they started their own families. I spent many years coaching Little League and talking to my son, taking him to the races, and sharing my love and knowledge of cars with him. He was just as involved with his girls. I believe he loves his girls. I know he does. This tragedy has impacted my family in so many ways. Beyond losing my precious grandchildren, our beloved daughter-in-law, we are forced to question everything. We still don't have all the answers, and I hope one day, Christopher, you can help us. Chris, I want to talk to you as a father and son. You are here today accepting responsibility, but I want to tell you this now. I love you. Nothing will ever change that, and I want you to find peace, and today is your first step. The Bible says if we confess our sins, God is faithful and just and will forgive us. Chris, I forgive you, and your sister forgives you, and we will never abandon you, and we love you. Dad. Judge, thank you for the opportunity to address the court.
What, Kiki? You can hold that.
Past 3 months I barely slept because I've been going through a lot of different emotions because I did not see this coming. You went from being my brother, my sister's protector, one of the most loved people in my family, to someone I will spend the rest of my life trying to understand. What gave you the right to put your hands on a woman, let alone my best friend, my beloved sister, your daughters, and your son? Why weren't they enough for you? In the blink of an eye, you took away my whole world, the people that mattered to me the most. Everything in my life I loved, your children. They trusted you. They loved you. They looked up to you because you promised to keep them safe. Instead, you turned on your family. My blood is boiling as I write these last words because they are the last you will ever hear from me. I can't even think of the right words to describe the betrayal and the hate I feel. And to be honest, you aren't even worth the time and effort it takes to put my pen to this paper. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't cry for my family. They were my whole world. All I do is ask myself why. Why would you do this? You don't deserve to be called a man. What kind of person slaughters the people that love them the most? Did you really think you would get away with this? Did you really think that this was your best option, to throw away your family like they were garbage? They deserve better, and you know it. I hope you spend the rest of your life staring at the ceiling every night, being haunted by what you've done. None of us deserved this. Hearing my mother and father cry themselves to sleep in this hotel room causes me anguish that is beyond words. I can't describe how this feels, how badly my heart is breaking for my poor parents. We trusted you. You have taken away my family from this earth, but you can never take them from my heart. You took away my privilege of being an uncle to the most precious little girls I've ever known. I will never hear the words Uncle Frankie again, but you will never be called Dad again either. You'll never be able to put your hands on another woman, let alone my best friend, my beloved sister, and your son. I just can't comprehend how they weren't enough for you. Shanann, Bella, and Cece loved you more than anyone. You were their hero. How could you destroy the people who loved them the most? I pray that you never have a moment's peace or a good night's rest in the cage you'll spend every day of your life in. A cage you are privileged to live in because my family isn't evil like you. We begged the district attorney to spare your life because despite everything, we believe that no one has the right to take the life of another, even someone like you. I feel sorry for your family. I know the pain that they must feel knowing that they can't hug you, because that's how my mother, father, and I feel every time we cry for our family. Nothing hurts more than watching or hearing my family weep for their loved ones. I just wish that I could tell that you would tell the truth, but I know that that is asking for more than you are capable of. I stayed up all night writing this statement. I don't sleep because of you. My life will never be the same because of you, but at least my conscience is clear. I get to live free, but I can't say the same for you. I haven't slept in 2 days because I've been anxiously waiting for this moment, the moment I get to tell you how I feel, how this has affected my family and I. My family and I can finally grieve after today. If anything, we will come out of this stronger today than we were before, and we will continue to pray for your family. Sincerely, Frankie Rusick.
Thank you.
I wanted to say thank you for this moment. I want to take a moment to thank everyone who has prayed for our beloved family, who has sent gifts, cards to us from all over the world. I know God will put the evil people where they need to be. I also want to take the time to thank the town of Frederick, Greeley, FBI, the DA's office, the CBI, for exceptional work. We thank Nicole Atkinson, Shannon's neighbor Nathan, and his family. To me, they're our heroes. They really are. God bless. God makes no mistakes on who he puts in your life. Marriage is about love, trust, and friendship and unity. We marry for sickness and health, to death do us part. Our daughter Shannon loved you with all of her heart. Your children loved you to the moon and back. Shannon's family was her world. Shannon put a crown on your head. But unfortunately, the day that you took their life, God removed that crown. We loved you like a son. We trusted you. Your faithful wife trusted you. Your children adored you, and they also trusted you. Your daughter Bella Marie sang a song proudly. And I don't know if you got to see it, but it was, Daddy, you're my hero. I have no idea who gave you the right to take their lives. But I know God and his mighty angels were there at that moment to bring them home to paradise. God gives us free will. So not only did you take the family of four, your family of four, you took your own life. I want the world to know that our daughter and her children were so loved by us. There will always be protected by God and his mighty angels. I didn't want death for you because that's not my right. Your life is between you and God. now, and I pray that he has mercy for you. From Shannon's mother, Bella Marie, Celeste Catherine, and Nico Lee's, Nana. Thank you, Your Honor.
Just wait. Hi guys, say
What's
hi,
going
Bella. We gotta get you dressed, kid.
I
Look
know,
what Bella's
right?
eating. Bella's eating some of the ingredients.
She got a nice little bowl of chocolate chips.
Look at that. What is that, Bella? Can you show them? What is it? Is it chocolate?
Is it chocolate?
It's chocolate mini morsels, right? Yeah, good job. So she's been eating my peanut butter and the chocolate morsels so far today. So we're gonna let a few more people hop on, and then we're gonna get cooking here, and we'll explain to you what we're cooking up over here. So,
Yeah, welcome to the 12 days of Christmas, Lavelle Day, and even though I like to claim that I could probably cook, I can't at all. So I'm gonna let my wife do all the cooking. She's gonna make up some Thrive Bites for us.
and I'm gonna go wash my hands real fast.
Uh-oh. She's gonna leave me here alone. Oh, we got some people joining. Bella, look. Got people looking at us. Say hi. Wife's gonna be making up some Thrive Bites here in a second, so make sure you hop on and join us for the 12 days of Christmas. Bella's got some chocolate chips.
I need a Lavelle apron.
They
All
probably
right,
make
guys. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Amanda. Bella's showing you what she's eating. She's eating the ingredients. She's been eating the ingredients since I've been getting them prepared, so. So we're gonna make Thrive Bites today. Chris didn't want to go on live doing it because he didn't want to mess anything up. Not that you can mess anything up with Thrive Bites. It's so simple. Except for today, we're gonna double the recipe because we love the Thrive Bites. When you are craving something to eat, or junk food or whatever, you just pop a Thrive Bite and it fills you up, and it's really delicious. Thrive Bites, right?
Good job, Bella.
My little helper right here.
Thrive Bites.
So today, I will post in the feed the Thrive Bites. Bella, shh. Will you turn it down for me, please? So I'm going to post in the thread here today on how to make Thrive Bites and the recipe. So basically it calls for 1 packet of your lifestyle mix. Now you can use any flavor. I'm going to use vanilla here today. And hold on, honey. It calls for a cup of oats, a half a cup of peanut butter. Hi, Bonnie. Hey, Corey. Look at Bella. A half a cup of mini morsels. Now, I'm doubling the recipe, but still want to keep the calories down, so I'm only going to still do a half a cup of mini morsels. It does also, you can add anything into it, like coconut, peanuts, walnuts, whatever you want. It's up to you. You also add a 1/3 cup of honey, a half a cup of ground flaxseed, and a teaspoon of vanilla. I don't know if I mentioned peanut butter, but also half a cup of peanut butter. Again, I'm doubling the recipe, so everything I'm doing here today is going to be double. Hey, Madison. Take care of my dad while he's there with you this week. All right, guys. Sorry. So first I'm going to add my oats. These are so good. We can't keep them in the house. So then I added, the mini morsels. I add the ground flaxseed. So I always add all the ingredients. I'll just add the rest of Bella's. I add everything that's easy to mix. And so I'm gonna pour our premium lifestyle mix in a cup so you guys can see the consistency. It is micronized. It is fine. Very, 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 very fine. Hey, Christine. So if you guys, probably can't see that way here. So if you can see how finely micronized it is. I mean, literally it's thinner than flour. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. So, hey Mandy. So the Thrive Premium Lifestyle Mix is so fine. I mean, it's very, very, very fine. Let me find the other one. So you add 2 of those because, like I said, I'm doubling the recipe. Hey Sharon. And so now I just pretty much mix this. And then I'm gonna add the honey, the peanut butter, and the vanilla. So look at this so far. Hey Sarah! So look at our little fried bites so far. They're no bake, super simple, super delicious. Like I said, like I'm going to Punta Cana in February, and I need to continue to, where'd Bella put my spoons? Hold on, guys. I think she took my, hold on. All right, I got 2 more. So if you're like me, yes, Michelle, they're super delicious. So now I'm gonna add the honey. So I'm going to Punta Cana in February, and as much as I wanna get into the gym, and I'm working on trying to find the time between work, you know, being a stay-at-home mom with the 2 girls, life and everything, it's really hard to get into. I just added the vanilla, sorry. It's really hard to get myself into the gym as much as I really want to. I've been doing some kind of like mini workouts at the house, like squatting and things like that, but it's hard for me to get to the gym. And being a stay-at-home mom during the day and working overnight shifts, you tend to snack a lot because you're always around food, and you know, whatever happens, you know, the kids are eating snacks, you jump on snacks. So this is my way of making my own snack, that instead of me grabbing a fruit roll-up or a bag of chips or any of that stuff, I just grab one of these, and I've made my own for the kids too. So they have their own little protein bites Bella loves. So now that all my ingredients are in here, I'm just going to mix it up really good. And as you guys know, messing with peanut butter, it's fun. So, sorry, I don't like a mess when I'm cooking. Not that I'm cooking. I know, Bonnie. So Bella does squats with me at the house because, you know, we all gotta work up the backside, right? So I'm doing squats at the house, and it's super funny because she tries to do them with me. And so here comes Cece, the sumo wrestler, doing squats in my living room because she literally looks like a sumo wrestler when she's doing them. Yeah, I'm Mandy. So that is my favorite side effect. And you know, the thing is, it's not a weight loss company. And as you know, I use you as an example because you are super skinny when you started Thriving. And so like, it's not a weight loss company, but you know what, with anything you can do, you can manage your weight, you know, with just the small things that you do with cutting out junk food. Like that's what has happened with me when I started the Thrive experience, is I no longer crave a lot of the junk foods as I used to crave. And being lazy from, sorry, I'm getting another spoon. Some of the, you know, filling in your nutritional gaps and craving more water, which is all I used to drink before, but I really crave a lot more water now. And on top of that, like I'm literally eating better. So that's really huge. You know, you got to take care of your body. You got to eat better. I'm changing the spoon because of the peanut butter. Hi, Carrie. So we're making mini Thrive, or not mini, but Thrive Bites here. So my hands are washed. Sometimes, you know, when you're in the kitchen, you just stick your hands in there. With the heat of your hands, it helps to melt the peanut butter a little bit, and so it kind of makes it easier to manage, so to speak. And then we're just going to literally roll these into balls, whatever size you like. I like to do them in like little minier sizes. So, and I'll kind of demonstrate here. Let me get this. So, get your hands dirty. I take about a teaspoon size. You can see that. And, you know, just pinch it into a ball. And so that's how big I make mine. They're probably a size of a quarter in round. Carrie, they're super delicious and very healthy for you too, except for the fact that they have little mini morsels in them, but I cut the recipe in half when it comes to the mini morsels. And then you can be creative. You can use the strawberry shake with it. You can use the apple pie and create it into like an apple pie little treat. I love the peanut butter because everyone in this house loves peanut butter and I can never keep it on hand. So it's been really good. Like I said, the girls love them. I don't use the Thrive Lifestyle mix for the girls, but I make them their own little mini bites so they feel like they're getting a treat with us too. Yes, Mandy. So these are so, like, honestly, they're really good too. But yeah, and you can do whatever you want with them. You can add anything. I'm not a coconut person, so I don't add coconut to mine, but you can add chunky peanut butter. You can add anything, you know, that you want. Stick them in the fridge, let them chill, and then put them in a little container, and then you're good to go. Grab and go. How many spoons are you required? Listen. I use like one sometimes, but like it's sticky, and you know, usually I just use my hands a lot. Of course they're clean, but you know, I'm trying to be, you know, proper, like professional TV cook, you know. I don't qualify though. So, give me 1 second. They're really good. You guys really have to try them. I will post them in the thread here. I am down 28 pounds since I started the Thrive Experience, and going to Punta Cana in February, I'd like to be down another, you know, a good 5 to 10 pounds. And so this is a really good way for me to do that. And I'm going to show you kind of what they look like. I'm sure some of you have made some protein bites before. So it's super simple, you guys. Have fun with it. Bella was helping me out, but Chris took her away so she wouldn't talk on the video. Incorporate your kids, like make something for them. Like, and this is super fun. Bella likes to roll these with me, and she does a really good job with it. And it's interaction with your children too at the same time. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna finish making these, and then I'll come back on later and show you what they look like when they're all done, even though they look the same, just a little firmer. So you guys have a great day, and I'll post the ingredients so Michelle, you can go ahead and continue shopping when you're at Walmart today. All right, guys, have a great day. These are great when you have an afternoon slump of work. Yes, so good. And you know, honestly, like I eat them throughout the day, and they're really good snacks for when I work overnights, because when I work overnights, I tend to snack on a bunch of junk food, like things that aren't good for you. And so these have been really good supplements instead of doing that. So instead of a bag of chips, I'm eating some Thrive Bites. All right, guys, have a great day. Hey, everybody. So I'm home with the family, and they're excited to try the new Pro Bars, and they came in, I think, yesterday. So we have cookies and cream, and we have lemon meringue. Who wants Pro Bars?
I do.
All right, so do you guys want lemon meringue first, or do you want cookies and cream?
Cookies.
Cookies?
I want that.
You want the lemon meringue? All right, since I have this one open, let's try this one first, okay?
Cookies and cream.
And Daddy's gonna try it too.
Yeah. Are you both?
Yes, so everyone's gonna try Chris Crumb cookies and cream. All right, Bella gets cookies and cream. Cece gets cookies and cream.
Ready?
Ready?
Set.
You're the taste testers.
Yummy.
Is it yummy? What's it taste like?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. What else?
Watermelon.
Watermelon. What's it taste like, Cece?
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
Uh-huh.
Is it delicious? Daddy?
Oreo wrapped with vanilla. It's nice.
Oreo wrapped in vanilla? Is it yummy, Cece? Is that good, Bella? I think they like cookies and cream. Okay, so let's try the lemon meringue. Hey, everybody. So, a little crazy over here. Cece loves the cookies and cream.
You like it? Oh, yeah? Nothing. Good thing.
Don't mind me. been a long travel day yesterday. Been cleaning, regrouping today. Hey, Jen. Okay, so Chris, this is the lemon meringue. Nope, that's Daddy's. Here's yours. Wait, don't take. Wait. Here, Bella. Okay, this one's lemon meringue. It's like the pie, but better because I don't like the pie.
Ready, set, go.
Ready? Hey, Jessica.
That's so good.
How's that taste, Cece?
Good.
Good? Yeah? Do you like that one better?
Me too. I like it.
What's it taste like?
You like lemon meringue pie straight out the box.
Bella, what's it taste like?
I don't like it.
You don't like that one? Bella doesn't like that one. That's okay.
Okay.
You like the birthday cake, right? And the cookies and cream? Yep. Dieter, do you want some? Yeah, Dieter wants some. All right, so which one's your favorite out of all the Pro Bars? Hey, Wendy.
I would say lemon meringue.
Lemon meringue? What's your favorite, Cece?
Birthday.
Birthday? Mommy's favorite. What's your favorite? The cookies and cream? Wow.
We have to keep 3 on stock.
It's a good thing. How do I turn this around? It's a good thing that I have all 3 of the favorites in the house. Cinnamon rolls were sold out of it here at the house.
You like it?
I want dip and cream.
You want dip and ranch? You want ranch dip and chips? Jess, I have them all. I just ate all of the cinnamon rolls. Cece actually really likes the cinnamon rolls too. Look at Bella.
Cookies and cream. We got Cookie Monster.
I'm guessing you like it, kiddo. You like it? You want the lemon meringue, Cece?
No, she didn't like that one.
I don't like that.
Daddy will finish it.
Yep.
All right, you guys. So that's our family. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Hey, everybody. So we're a mixed family. Apparently, birthday cake is a winner for me and Cece. Bella loves the cookies and cream, and Chris is lemon meringue. Surprisingly, because he's a cookies and cream guy.
Yeah.
So super excited. I love it that it's a healthy snack, and Cece can eat it because she has a tree nut allergy, and none of our products are made in a facility that handles nuts at all. So Cece can have them. There's 0 nuts in them, and it's the only go-to bar. We can't do processed bars. We can't do anything like that because Cece can't have any of it because it's all processed in a plant where there's tree nuts or nuts. So it's really nice that she can have it. It's a quick snack for mommy. It's always in my bag, and I can just give it to her. And I heard you, baby. I heard you. She wants ranch and dip. She's my child. Thanks, Kat. So it's really nice. It's convenient for me as a mom that I can just carry them in my purse and always have something for her. So super excited. The Pro Bars are amazing. They're a great snack, low carbs, low sugar, 2 grams of sugar in all of them, I think. But yeah, 2 grams of sugar and 20 grams of protein. So they're really good for you. So you guys have a great night. Love you. And we're going to be, Cece and I are fighting over the birthday cake. So, all right. Say bye.
Bye.
See ya. All right. Bye, guys. So Chris and I are sitting here
Going on?
waiting to board our flight to Miami, and then we're gonna fly all the way back home to see our girls in Denver. So we're super excited. It's been a wonderful, amazing experience this week. Lavelle definitely outdid themselves. Literally, this place has been paradise. We've had amazing days, spent the days at the beach, at the pool, on Sanoa Island. We went to the spa. Where else did we do? All the different lounges at night, all the different food. Hi, Sharon. The amazing food. I mean, seriously, I think I gained 10 pounds while I was here.
15.
Hey, Kevin. But it's been super amazing. We took it all in. We had a blast. We had a wonderful cocktail party on Friday night with Lavelle. Super inspiring. I can't say how great this trip has been. This trip is definitely by far one of my favorite trips ever. And I got to spend it with my husband. That's the best part. We earned this trip. All inclusive. I mean, you can't beat that, you guys. Everything's paid for. Your drinks, your food, everything by Lavelle. So it's been super amazing. We probably had, 15 hours of sleep the whole week. It's been fun. We got to mingle with our families and all our friends that we've created through Lavelle. It's been awesome to also see people that have been following me and were able to pull me out of a crowd and say, hey, are you Shanann? And that's been so awesome, so awesome that I've been able to inspire people like that. So we are grateful, extremely humbled, and blessed. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Hit it down there.
Hit it, Bella. Hard. Hit it hard.
Bend down and hit it. Come on. Oh!
Nice.
Oh, she wasn't hit it, Chris.
Hit it hard. Oh, she did that, Chris.
Nice.
Say hi, guys. What up? This is Cece downtown Denver, cruising on Chris's shoulder. She's definitely working him. Hi, Cece. Cece's been taking a wear tear on Chris's shoulders. Cece.
Where you going, Belle?
Come on, Bella.
Yeah.
Celeste.
Hello. Come on, B.
Bella's falling asleep too. Doesn't want to walk.
She's doing the crab walk. Crab walk.
I'm sorry. Oh, torture your children. Make them walk downtown Denver. Poor kids. Poor daddy's shoulders. Cece. It's so good. Oh, thank goodness. It turned out nice for us. We're just talking April. They're going to do another lifestyle getaway. I guarantee one's going to be here in Denver one day. It'd be awesome. Right, Cece?
Oh, yeah. You having fun, CC? Yep.
Yeah. Are you dancing?
Dance.
Hey, you're asking for it, dude. Bella said Papa's her best friend. Bring it on, come on. Cece's breaking Daddy's shoulders. Cece. There's Mimi and Papa with Bella. And downtown Denver. So different when it's not late at night. Alright guys, we're gonna head out. So I'm gonna get 8 ounces of water real quick. Hold on. Do you want to get a cup?
Got Dieter here. He's not leaving us alone. What's up, babe?
Say hi. It's really cool packaging they got too. I like it.
I like 4 or 5 pieces of ice cubes, like 3 or 4 pieces of ice cubes in mine. Can't smell it. But look. I'm so excited for you, Shannon. I'm going to shoot you a message when I get off here. I just put the kids down. Don't mind me, guys. I'm in my pajamas already because it's bedtime.
It smells good.
Oh my god. Smell that.
That's good.
Christina says it tastes like my favorite ice cream. I'm so excited. I love green mint ice cream. It's my absolute favorite. And it's not just mint ice cream. It has to be green mint. Because, yeah, I'm weird like that. So, I am so excited. And all you do is shake, shake, shake. Kids are down. They're going to be jealous because, yeah.
They love candy cane.
I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. It does smell like my favorite ice cream. I'm only going to give Chris a little bit because I don't think I'm going to want to share this. Ready? Here it goes.
Oh yeah.
It's just like mint ice cream. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely amazing. It literally tastes, if you guys have ever had green mint ice cream, it tastes like green mint ice cream, like just like it.
Delicious.
That is really, really good. I don't know why he's crying.
He wants
to sit on the car. Charlie, it tastes like green mint ice cream. Have you gotten yours yet? Oh my god, it's so good. It's like 7 o'clock at night here. I love this. This is going to be like my dessert at night. Hey, Lisa. I'm not ignoring you guys. If I didn't see your message, I'm sorry. It is amazing. Absolutely, positively amazing. This is probably my new favorite. Like,
oh, wow.
Michelle, it's amazing. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try this tomorrow. So be prepared. I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'm going to try it with this. Hold on.
Uh-oh. What are you trying? Oh.
Cafe. Oh my goodness, it's going to be amazing. Oh, Chris, that stinks. It's amazing. Let me just tell you, it's absolutely positively amazing.
I'm talking to me.
No, different Chris. There's a lot of Chris's. Hey, Melissa, did you get yours yet? It's so good, girl. Michelle, when's yours? Look when it's supposed to be delivered. Okay, that's absolutely amazing. Candy cane lifestyle mix. Candy cane lifestyle mix, and it's healthy. Like, seriously healthy. Oh my goodness, it doesn't get better than this. They never, never, ever disappoint. Never, ever. I'm so excited. Okay, you guys, so that is our candy cane lifestyle mix. It's absolutely amazing. I know they sold out, so I don't know if they got more coming in. I do have three extras if I'm willing to share. Yeah. So anyone wanting to start the Thrive experience, I have 3 extra candy cane for you. Herb, I got you covered. It's so good. Like, seriously, mint ice cream. Green mint ice cream is exactly what it tastes like. Like, amazing. I'm going to actually blend this tomorrow with some ice. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be a little treat.
Ice cream in a cup.
Except for it's not green, but it's delicious. It's really, really, really good. Okay, guys. Tomorrow morning, be prepared. I'm going to go live with cafe and candy cane. Cafe, candy cane. Happy mama right here, because I'm baking tomorrow. You guys saw what I'm baking. Should I tell you guys what I'm baking? Listen, you're going to be at work, so you can't taste test. Who wants to know what I'm baking? A free candy cane lifestyle mix, individual, for whoever can guess what I'm baking. Specific. Chris doesn't even know.
I know.
Nick Thayer does, but he's not going to tell anybody because he can't win. Nobody? No guesses? Nothing? Zilch? Nope. Herb. You gotta look at my picture. You can get the hint on the picture. You gotta be specific though. Like specific.
Is it red velvet something?
No. It's not about you this year. Cassie, it's so good. You'll have to find out because now I'm gonna have cafe tomorrow and my lifestyle mix and it's gonna be amazing. No pumpkin rolls. Nope. Keep guessing though. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I have a lot of follow-up to do. I have a couple more people to help get started. And Shannon, I'm gonna message you just so we can make sure you're starting tomorrow. I'm so excited. You're gonna love it. Don't notice how great you're feeling tomorrow. Don't notice how amazing the mental clarity is gonna be tomorrow. And don't notice that extra energy you're gonna have because it's not gonna happen. Nope. No, Dawn. Dawn, we need to get you started, girl. Hey, Tracy. So, that was amazing. That was like my dessert for the night. Super excited. Don't mind my pajamas. I'm still in my pajamas. Or in my pajamas. And they're my onesies. I saw there's a onesie bar crawl, which should be fun. All right, so stay tuned. Close, Chris. So tomorrow morning, be prepared. I might wait till the kids go to school because they're not going to want me to not share. So tomorrow morning, stay tuned. You guys have a wonderful night. I am feeling good. I just had that delicious dessert and I'll talk to you guys soon. Say bye, Dieter. Ruff. Don't choke him.
I'm trying to get his head up.
Poor Dieter. He wants his mommy. I think that's about it. Today's Sunday. Chris ran at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday on his day off. What'd you do, 5 miles? Well, come over. So, you know, it's amazing what you can do with Thrive and how it gives you the energy and mental clarity. How are you watching and you're sitting right here?
I'm right here.
Weirdo. So Chris has lost a significant amount of weight since you started Thrive. How much?
50 pounds.
And he's in a medium. He went from a 2X to a medium. And that was before, most of it was before Duo.
Oh yeah, all of it was.
And Duo is new. So, you know, filling in those nutritional gaps, helping your body, you know, feed itself with the premium nutrition, helps your body crave less. You definitely eat healthier. We haven't changed our diet. As you see, we've eaten banana butter bread this week. Mm-hmm. We've had brownies. And, you know, I'm sneaking in candy corn here and there. So, it's amazing. Thrive has a lot of benefits for everybody. Go Chiefs. Who won that game a couple weeks ago?
I believe the Steelers won that game, if I recollect.
Love you, Jess. I'm waiting. She's a diehard Chief fan. Diehard. So if you guys want more information, if you are looking to try it, shoot me a message. If you're one of Chris's friends, shoot him a message and he can get you some more information as well. We have 2 spots left for either the cafe for free or your DFT, regular DFT. So shoot me a message. Thanks everyone for hopping on. I see a lot of my faves are on here. Nikki, I sent you a message. Amy, I saw your message. I'll respond back here in just a minute. Who else is on that I missed? Okay, so Amy's sending us some Steelers stuff. I gotta send her some money too. Thrive Forever. Yes, it's amazing. So Christina just jumped on. Hi, Christina. Hey, I'm sending over Cece's smallest jersey for you to put on Coral. Tell DJ if he doesn't have a jersey for her, we're getting a Palomalu jersey. Perfect size for Coral. It still fits Cece, so tight. So you better tell DJ he better hurry up and get her whatever jersey you guys like. So Amy, that's coming your way too, because Cece's growing out of it. It's a Palomalu 12-month jersey, but it still fits her, and she's a chunk.
That's good luck jersey.
It is a good luck jersey, so we haven't parted with it yet because it's good luck. So, does anyone have any questions that's new and would like? You can use credits today, so if you have Lavelle credits, you can use credits to buy the Duo, DFT Duo. So yeah, I think that's it. Anyone have any questions?
Going once, going twice.
I forget what else I was gonna say. I want a cafe right now with my lifestyle mix though. All right. So McKenna will have plenty of time to wear it because it's you know how they're larger. They wear larger. So all right. So shoot me a message. I'm gonna go celebrate with a piece of banana nut bread. Just kidding. Maybe. So if you guys have, shoot me questions if you guys have any questions. Thanks for hopping on. Go Steelers. And talk to you guys soon. Hey, Christina, call us tonight about 6:30 our time. No, Eastern. 6:30 our time? Yeah, 6:30. We'll start the chant. Oh girl, she's teeny tiny. It'll perfectly fit her. If Cece's wearing this now and she's in 3T, she'll totally be able to wear it for a while. It's just worn. It's definitely worn. Bella's worn it. Cece's worn it. It's our favorite jersey. So, anyone? Oh, that's what I want to say. Anyone is interested in earning over $1,300 in legit cash and bonuses, shoot me a message. Company offers a huge incentive. Perfect time for Christmas. So if you're ready to start, it's free. You can promote the company for free. You can be a customer for free. So shoot me a message. I'd love to help you. I'd love to give you at least the information so you can kind of decide what you want to do. You can thrive for free. We've been thriving for free for 20 months. So super, super awesome. So talk to you guys later. Hey, Jess. I saw you hop on. I think that's it. If I forget, I'll come back. We'll come back with Cece and Bella later, and we'll do the Here We Go Steelers chants because they love it. And Amy, we'll have to get you in, FaceTime in, and we can do it together. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Hey, beautiful. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Your Honor, there are no words to adequately describe the unimaginable tragedy that brings us before this court today. By my comments, I'm not even going to try to express the horror, the pain, or the suffering that the defendant has caused to these families, to this community, and to all who were a part of this investigation. However, I do want to spend a few minutes sharing with the court the details of the crime, as so far you've only had an opportunity to review the affidavit and a few facts here and there that have been offered to the court in the motions and pleadings that have been filed. The questions that have screamed out to anyone who will listen since August 13th of 2018 are why and how? Why did this have to happen? How could a seemingly normal husband and father annihilate his entire family? For what? These are the questions that only one individual in this courtroom or on this planet knows the answers to. I fully expect we will not receive the answers to these questions today, nor will we at any point in the future. I don't expect that he will ever tell the truth about what truly happened or why. Even if he did, there is no rational way that any human being could find those answers acceptable responses to such horrific questions. The best we can do is try to piece together some kind of understanding from the evidence that is available to us. And the evidence tells us this: the defendant coldly and deliberately ended 4 lives, not in a fit of rage, not by way of accident, but in a calculated and sickening manner. Shanann was 34 years old. She had married the defendant in November of 2012. Over the weekend leading up to August 13th, she had been at a work conference in Phoenix, Arizona, and returned home in the early morning hours of August 13th. We know that she got home about 1:45 in the morning. The doorbell camera on their home shows her arriving back home from the airport. Shortly thereafter, at least according to the defendant, they had what he referred to as an emotional conversation about the state of their marriage and about what their lives would look like going forward. What was said during that emotional conversation, only he knows. What we do know is that shortly after that, the defendant strangled her to death with his own hands. We know that he slowly took her life the morning of August 13th. We know that this was not done in an uncontrolled, vengeful manner that he tried to describe to agents from CBI and the FBI. If that were the case, you would expect to see vicious, horrible bruising about her neck, shoulders, and face. You would expect to see the hyoid bone in her neck broken. You would expect to see some kind of defensive wounds on his body as she struggled and fought for her own life. None of those are present. The only injuries that were on Shanann's body were one set of finger or bruising, what appeared to be fingernail or finger mark bruising to the right side of her neck. We know that our experts will tell us that it takes 2 to 4 minutes to strangle someone to death manually with their own hands. The horror that she felt as the man that she loved wrapped his hands around her throat and choked the life out of her must have been unimaginable. Even worse, what must Bella, age 4, and Celeste, age 3, must have experienced or thought as their father, the one man on this planet who was supposed to nurture and protect them, was snuffing out their lives. They both died from smothering. Let me say that again. The man seated to my right smothered his daughters. Why? Imagine the horror in Bella's mind as her father took her last breaths away. Your Honor, understand very clearly, Bella fought back for her life. The frenulum, the connective tissue between her upper lip and her gum, had a centimeter and a half laceration. She bit her tongue multiple times before she died. She fought back for her life as her father smothered her. Celeste had no such injuries. In fact, she had no external injuries at all. But according to the medical examiner, she was smothered nonetheless. The defendant then methodically and calmly loaded their bodies into his work truck, not in a hasty or disorganized way. He was seen from the neighbor's doorbell camera backing his truck into the driveway, going back and forth into the house and back out to the truck 3 different times, 1 time for each of their bodies. He then drove them away from their family home 1 final time, intent on hiding any evidence of the crimes that he had just committed. In 1 final sign of callousness for his wife, his daughters, and their unborn son, and their remains, he drove them to a location that he thought no one would ever find them, to one of the oil tank batteries with which he was so familiar. He knew this was safe. He had texted a coworker the night before saying, "I'll head out to that site. I'll take care of it." He had carefully ensured that he would be alone in the middle of the plains to secrete away the remains of his family in a place that he hoped they would never be found. In 1 final measure of disrespect for the family he once had, he ensured that they would not be together, even in death, or so he thought. He disposed of them in different locations. He buried Shanann and Nico in a shallow grave away from the oil tanks. Bella and Celeste were thrown away in the oil tanks at this facility. Different tanks, so these little girls wouldn't be together in death. Imagine this, Your Honor. This defendant took those little girls and put them through a hatch at the top of an oil tank, 8 inches in diameter. Bella had scratches on her left buttocks from being shoved through this hole. A tuft of blonde hair was found on the edge of one of these hatches. The defendant told investigators that Bella's tank seemed emptier than CC's because of the sound that the splashes made. These were his daughters.
Significantly, when his co-workers arrived at the tank battery later that morning, to a person, they all described him as acting completely normally. It was a normal workday, even while his daughter sank in the oil and water not far away from him. And then his efforts at deception truly began. We've all seen the emotionless interviews that the defendant gives to the local media, asking for help in locating his family. We watched as he claimed that the house was empty without them, and that he hoped that they were somewhere safe, and that he just wanted them to come home. He told investigators that they were at home sleeping when he left for work that morning, and that Shanann had told him that she was taking the girls to a friend's house for the day. What is striking about this case, Your Honor, beyond the horrors that I've already described to you, is the number of collateral victims that he created by his actions. While he stood in front of TV cameras asking for the safe return of his family, scores of law enforcement officers, neighbors, friends, and family scoured the area, fretted for their safe return. They texted him begging for any information and sending him their best wishes, all the while he hid what he had done. The list of indirect victims does not end there. Think of the firefighters and the Colorado State Patrol hazmat experts who had to don protective suits and who were called upon to pull Bella and Celeste out of those oil tanks. Or the coroner employees who had to conduct these autopsies. Or the victim assistants who frantically attempted to ease the suffering of those affected. All of this, Your Honor, for what? Why? Why did this have to happen? His motive was simple, Your Honor. He had a desire for a fresh start, to begin a relationship with a new love that overpowered all decency and feelings for his wife, his daughters, and unborn son. While Shanann texted the defendant over and over again in the days and weeks leading up to her death, attempting to save her marriage, the defendant secreted pictures of his girlfriend into his phone and searched and texted her at all hours of the night. While Shanann sent the defendant self-help and relationship counseling books, one of which, ironically enough, was thrown in the garbage. He was searching the internet for secluded vacation spots to take his new love in researching jewelry. And while Shanann took the girls to visit family in North Carolina, the defendant went to car museums and the sand dunes with his new girlfriend. The stark contrast between the subjects of their internet and text content is absolutely stunning. Even the morning after he killed them and disposed of their bodies, he made several phone calls. One was to the school where the girls were supposed to start, telling the school that the girls would not be coming to school anymore, that they were being unenrolled, presumably to give him some more time before law enforcement notification about them going missing. He contacted a realtor to start discussing the selling of his house, and he texted with his girlfriend about their future. None of this answers the questions of why, however. If he was this happy and wanted a new start, get a divorce. You don't annihilate your family and throw them away like garbage. Why did Nico, Celeste, Bella, and Shanann have to lose their lives in order for him to get what he wanted? Your Honor, justice demands the maximum sentence under the agreement reached by the parties. As you will recall, the agreement calls for life sentences as to Shanann, Bella, and Celeste, and all of those to run consecutively to one another. It also calls for the count of unlawful termination of a pregnancy as to Nico to run consecutively to counts 1, 2, and 3. I would suggest that the extreme aggravation present in the defendant's conduct and in the efforts that I have described mandate that the sentences for counts 7, 8, and 9, the tampering with a deceased human body, each be the maximum of 12 years, and that those sentences run consecutively to one another. It is very clear that each of these acts, that these were not the subject of one act, but each oil tank that he walked up with his daughter's bodies and the hole that he dug for his wife and unborn son mandate a mandatory consecutive sentence. It's been alluded to this morning, but the defendant was certainly eligible for the death penalty in this case under the existing law in the state of Colorado. As you heard, Shanann's family strongly opposed my office seeking the death penalty, and being bound to the criminal justice system for the next several decades. That's in large part, as you've heard, why we have reached the agreement that we have. 4 lives were lost at the hands of the defendant on August 13th for reasons that we will never fully understand, nor will we know. In the end, the Rusick family was much more merciful towards him than he was towards his wife, his daughters, and his unborn son. Prison for the remainder of his life is exactly where he belongs for murdering his entire family. Thank you.
This matter comes on for a first appearance. Mr. Warwick, correct me if I'm wrong, but formal charges have not been filed yet?
That's correct, Your Honor. The defendant was arrested. Formal charges have not been filed. By my calculation, I believe it will be due to the court at 3:30 on Monday afternoon.
Thank you. Mr. Mercer, anything you would like to say about that?
Not regarding that issue, thank you.
So the court has reviewed a affidavit in support of a warrantless arrest. The court has found probable cause for the arrest. Specifically, I see that Mr. Watts was arrested for 3 counts of first-degree murder, each a Class 1 felony, and 3 counts of tampering with a deceased human body, each a Class 3 felony. Again, these are only charges that are named in the affidavit in support of a warrantless arrest. It's the district attorney's office who will ultimately decide what charges, if any, are going to be filed. And Mr. Mercer, would you like me to advise your client of his rights pursuant to Rule 5?
Yes, please.
Thank you. So, Mr. Watts, I would like you to listen carefully to the rights that you have, okay?
Thank you.
And so first, you don't need to make any statements. Any statements you make can and may be used against you. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to counsel. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you are indigent, you have the right to request the appointment of counsel or consult with a public defender before any further proceedings are held. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Merson is the head of the public defender's office, and he is going to represent you today and potentially in the future. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any plea that you make must be made voluntarily and not the result of undue influence or coercion. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Right now, charges have not been filed, so this is a limited advisement. I intend to bring you back next week once formal charges are filed on Monday, so I can give you a full advisement. But I will tell you that at this point, the court is not authorizing any bail. Once I know what the official charges are that are filed by the district attorney's office, I'll inform you the nature of the charges. If charges are filed, you have the right to a jury trial, and you have the right to demand and receive a preliminary hearing within a reasonable time to determine whether probable cause exists to believe that you committed any of the charges that are filed by the district attorney's office. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I believe that your lawyer has filed about 16 or so motions on your behalf, including a request for a preliminary hearing. Do you agree, Mr. Merson, that that time period, that 35 days to have a preliminary hearing, doesn't begin until your client appears in court next week once formal charges are filed?
I agree.
And I have not seen, correct me if I'm wrong, a proof positive, presumptive, great written motion by your office.
Not at this point, Judge.
Okay. Okay. And so would you like me to further advise your client of any additional rights?
No, thank you.
Mr. Rourke, what kind of conditions, if any, are you requesting for the protection order given the circumstances?
Judge, I'm going to defer to Mr. Wren.
Mr. Wren?
People are simply asking for the standard protection order under Title 18 at this point, given the deceased nature of the victims.
And I assume based on the no bond hold, the issue of possessing or having access to or control over a firearm or any ammunition is a non-issue until and if bond is authorized.
That's correct.
Thank you. So, Mr. Watts, I am going to issue a protection order pursuant to Colorado Revised Statutes 18-1-1001. It's going to state that you not harass, molest, intimidate, retaliate against any witness involved in this case. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you were to violate the mandatory protection order, it's a Class 1 misdemeanor. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Could we talk about some of them? I realize that things are happening very quickly. Motions were filed today. There hasn't been a lot of time to object or to file responses. Mr. Merson has filed a number of motions, some of which potentially may be time sensitive. My intention is for the parties to come back to court next Tuesday so I could advise Mr. Watts of his formal charges that are filed no later than 3:30 on Monday. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be requiring the prosecutor to file a response between now and Tuesday, or whether we can resolve some of these issues now. For example, the preservation of certain evidence, like police notes, handwritten notes, like touch DNA evidence, things of that nature.
Your Honor, I think we can address some of these pretty quickly, but certainly not all of them. We would be asking for time to file a written response to some of them.
Yeah, I'm just concerned about the time that elapses between now and Tuesday, and I want to make sure that the evidence that's being requested to be preserved is preserved.
Understood.
So, for example, can you, any objection for me to order that all law enforcement, both state and federal, that were involved in this case, preserve their handwritten notes? Any objection to that?
No.
So I will grant that request. Did you read Mr. Merson's motion with regard to touch DNA?
I believe that was filed under seal, and I have not seen it.
It was suppressed, so they should have had access to it.
Gail, Christy, can you print out a copy for Mr. Red? Again, I appreciate the fact that this happened very quickly, and so let me get you a copy of that, a hard copy of that, and then you can review it and let me know what your thoughts are. Is there an autopsy that's scheduled to be conducted in the near future?
Not yet.
It was a
16.
16?
Yes. While we're waiting, Mr. Merson, I noticed that...
Actually, I'm sorry to interrupt, Judge. It was D17.
D17?
Yeah, sorry.
So I see that your motions are numbered, but I'm missing 9 through 15.
Yeah, I basically counted them and then started off. There were some other people in my office that had filed those other pleadings and not numbered them.
I just want to make sure I'm not missing something.
I don't think you are. I think many of them concern the media issue. On the way over here, the deputies advised the court had already ruled on that. So to a certain extent, some of that is moot. But if we are going to take a D17, in light of the fact that the affidavit is still sealed, I would ask that the court seal the courtroom and just allow the parties to argue that, because it will require me to talk about information in the affidavit.
Well, why don't we give Mr. Wren an opportunity and let me know whether, without talking about the substance, whether he has an objection or not. It's really more of putting the prosecution on notice than anything else. Why don't you read it first and let me know what you think. You can give it to the prosecution.
Steve.
Extra.
Well, I might. It was one of the... So, I did add the house to this. So the D17 will have the house on it as well. But that's the gist of it. At this point, I'm concerned about whether or not it's not. It's been released by law enforcement. Okay. When was that? Like last night. Okay. All right. That's because that part of the motion would be moot at this point. Mostly concerns what's in this motion. So, okay.
If I could take a moment to read this.
Mr. Merson, if you want to discuss it. Mr. Ring.
Thank you.
I'm okay with continuing it. I just don't want there to be any time-sensitive issues between now and next Tuesday that we should have handled today.
I think we need to address it today. As I indicated, Judge, at this point, there's not an autopsy scheduled or autopsies. I don't know when that might happen. I don't know if it would happen before Tuesday or not. With respect to this motion, and does the court want to address Mr. Merson's concerns about clear in the courtroom, given the sealed nature of this, or may I speak for you?
Well, it was I think it's based on the sealing of the affidavit in support of the warrantless arrest, and so it was your motion to seal. So if you think the reasons why you requested the affidavit to be sealed are going to be compromised, we could do this in camera. If you believe it's not, then we can talk about it publicly.
I'm not worried about the compromising nature of the affidavit. I will tell the court and make a record that the prosecution has provided Mr. Merson with a copy of the affidavit, despite the fact that it was sealed to the public.
I am concerned about this being discussed in a non-in-camera setting. My concerns revolve around the issues I brought up in the objections to expanded media coverage. It's an ongoing investigation at this point. I have concerns about, what would be discussed and how that would implicate Mr. Watts' right to a fair trial and his due process right. So my request is that the court seal the court so we can discuss this.
Mr. Ray?
Leave that to the discretion of the court.
It seems to me, based on everything I've heard, that the affidavit is going to be released at some point. It was the prosecution who requested the sealing of the affidavit. They're not concerned about this being compromised, the investigation being compromised. And so I think we can talk about this publicly. Mr. Wright?
And when you say talk about this, are we still talking about
yes.
D17,
yes.
Which was also filed under seal?
Yes.
So with respect to paragraph number 3, Judge, our concerns relate to the way this is worded. As the court knows, the pathologist goes through a very extensive process when conducting an autopsy, much of which is governed by statute. I think most of what he's asking for is standard procedure for an autopsy conducted in this jurisdiction and would be done. However, I have concerns about the way this is phrased in that it orders collection of trace DNA and touch DNA from certain areas of bodies that at this point we don't even have, frankly. Second, we don't know if that trace DNA is going to even exist if we have the bodies. So there's no way to order us to find something that may or may not exist.
I think when I read the motion, it essentially is putting the prosecution on notice that at some point they may be in possession of exculpatory evidence, and it's their duty to make reasonable efforts to preserve that and ultimately provide that to the defense. And so I think they're on notice by the mere fact that we're talking about this, that Mr. Wren got a copy of the motion, and if this becomes an issue later on, we can litigate this, and there's some pretty significant sanctions for the destruction of exculpatory evidence. Okay, so that will be the ruling of the court.
Your Honor, may I ask one clarifying question? Because the way that the motion is titled talks about the collection of touch or trace DNA at 2825 Saratoga Trail as well as during the autopsy, but the body of the motion does not. I want to make sure that Mr. Merson is aware that the home where the homicides were alleged to have occurred has been released by law enforcement, was released as of about midnight last night. So even as we stand today, we are not in a position to be able to go back in and collect trace DNA from that home. So I just want to make clear that the ruling of the court does not require us to do anything affirmative with respect to the home.
And Mr. Wren advised me that the government is no longer in control of the home, so I'm aware of that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With regard to the motion for protective order, essentially for nobody to speak to Mr. Watts other than his attorneys and investigators and support staff, I'm assuming there's no objection to that?
Correct.
You'll put law enforcement on notice on that issue?
Yes.
Okay. Any other time-sensitive issues that cannot wait until next Tuesday?
Nothing from the beginning.
Mr. Merson?
Can I just have 1 second?
Sure.
Nothing further. Thanks, Judge.
Okay, and I would just respectfully ask that if you file anything between now and next Tuesday, certainly into the future, if you could advise your office of this, if there's more than one lawyer working on it, please number every pleading that's filed, and for the prosecution as well, maybe you can use letters. And that way I know that I'm not missing something. That would be wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll see. Let's pick a time next Tuesday. I know everybody's really busy. I just had some time open up. And so what's a convenient time for everybody to be here? I'm also going to be asking if there's victim rights compliance today and see if there's a more convenient time for whoever the victim rights representative is.
We have been in communication with the family of the victims. We are in VRA compliance, but based on that effort. At this point, we don't have any specific times that are good or bad for the family, but we will certainly contact them as soon as we leave and clarify their availability for next Tuesday.
How about the attorneys? What's a good time for you to be here on Tuesday?
Anytime, Judge. I'll make it work.
The motion's hearing in Division 12 at 2 o'clock. That'll probably last an hour. Otherwise, I'm free.
About 10 o'clock.
That's fine.
Okay. So the plan is next Tuesday, 10 o'clock, we're going to know whether the prosecution filed formal charges or not, and the deadline for that would be Monday at 3:30. I will give Mr. Watts a more detailed advisement, and then we'll decide what the next step is going to be. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah, one more thing.
Yes.
I would just ask the court order that the prosecution give the defense notice as to if an autopsy is to be scheduled, when that is scheduled, so that we can file the appropriate motions. I think you can appreciate why we would want notice of that.
Yes. Any objection to that?
Not as to the notice issue.
Yeah, I'm not going to be ordering that they, at this point, I'm not ordering that they be allowed to be present during the autopsy. Why don't we say 48 hours notice? Is that reasonable?
Yes, and if I learn that information over the weekend, I'll email Mr. Merson.
Okay with you, Mr. Merson?
That's fine, thank you.
They wouldn't do the autopsy over the weekend, though, would they?
No, I don't believe so.
They would?
They're going to try to get it done soon. So 48 hours is probably not going to do it. Because they make their decision.
We've all certainly seen autopsies scheduled less than 48 hours after the bodies are recovered. So we will do our best to comply with the notice requirements as soon as we learn the information.
Who would be making the decision on when to perform an autopsy?
The coroner's office.
So can you communicate with them that there's an order that there would be 48 hours notice, and if they, for whatever reason, can't comply with that, you'll let Mr. Merson know?
Is the court ordering that the autopsy not be conducted earlier than 48 hours after the recovery of the bodies?
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is I'm ordering that you notify the coroner that there's an order that Mr. Merson is entitled to 48 hours notice, and if they are intending to perform the autopsy sooner than that, they need to let you know before it starts so you can give Mr. Merson reasonable notice.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you can think of between now and next Tuesday that we can resolve today?
Nothing from the prosecution.
Nothing from the defense, thanks.
Okay. All right, we'll see you next Tuesday at 10 o'clock. When we are at
His situation is so much more important right now than like our situation.
But his main concern is you and him.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, and I keep like asking him, like, I'm like, and I told him numerous times, which is also in the text that you guys will pull, where I'm just like, you need to focus on finding your kids and your wife right now. And I was like, and you need to focus on finding all 3 of your kids. And I like kept like emphasizing to him like he had 3 kids, you know? And like I wasn't even like mad about it. I was just like, you need to find your family. You need
Did he ever go look for them that you know of?
I don't know. I don't think so. That like doesn't even like ring a bell to me, so I don't think so.
Okay.
But oh, and I forgot something else that's really important. I will add it in there too, but let me just finish this thought. So then, Tuesday, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So I kept telling him, I was like, Chris, I know it's yours. It's okay. I was like, go find your family, you know? And it's like, was I hurt? Yes. But at the time I realized like his situation with what he had going on was like way more important than like our situation. And so that's why I was just like I confronted him about it. And then I was like, you need to go find them. And like we talked about it for a little while. And then I was just like, I don't remember exactly how it went, but something along the lines where I was like, why can't you just be honest with me? I was like, stop lying to me. Like, stop lying.
Did you have an inclination? You've talked to this man a lot. And during this Tuesday, Wednesday conversation, did you feel like he was bullshitting you?
A little bit, kind of, yeah. I mean, because he was like, not Monday. Monday I did not. But Tuesday, yeah, that's when it all started to click. I was like, oh my goodness, because he was like, well, like, he just didn't seem as like concerned as he should be, and he was like super worried about shit with us, and I'm just like,
so concerned about his family and overly concerned about your relationship.
yes.
Okay.
And I kept like trying to put it on the back burner. And shame on me for bringing it up in the first place. I was just really taken back. Like, wait a minute. She's 15 weeks. Like, how would you not notice that? Like, I was just like, I was confused. And I was also like, is he lying to me? And I kind of wanted to know because I realized that like there's a situation at hand here. And I'm just like, what is going on? You know, and for part of it, it wasn't even like me trying to find out because I'm upset. It was almost like me trying to find out because I'm like, is there something else I'm missing here? Like, I felt like there was like pieces to this puzzle that I didn't know existed that were like not in place, and it was strange. And so, anyways, I told him, I was like, be honest with me. I was like, don't lie. And I don't remember exactly how it went, but I was like trying to emphasize, like, stop bullshitting me. So he told me the truth. And he told me it was his, and then he knew about it.
Okay.
I was like, okay. And then he asked me again, like, did that ruin everything? And I was like, no, it didn't. And in the back of my head, it's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not dealing with that. Don't lie to me. But his situation is so critical right now that's like, I'm not going to like ruffle his mental feathers because they're already like really ruffled because of the situation. So like out of respect for his mental health, I just like dropped it. And I just kept telling him like, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. But
how many times do you think he asked you during these phone calls?
Oh, it wasn't a phone call. This was text.
Pardon me.
Text Tuesday.
Text Tuesday. How many times do you think he brought up your relationship and if you guys were okay?
Probably like 2 or 3 times.
And how many times did he bring up concern for his children or his wife?
I think he brought it up a lot too. I mean, he kept telling me that he was like worried about them. Okay. I mean, it happened. It wasn't like he was just like spaced out. I mean, he was definitely showing that too. I was just surprised that he was like also showing it for me, because at that moment, if I had some crazy stuff going on with somebody in my family, I would be putting all my relationship stuff on hold. Like, look, like, baby, I got to deal with this. Someone in my family is missing. When I find them, we will talk. And that would just be it. But that's just me. I mean, that's how I would address the situation. And that's kind of how I've been like gauging how I handled Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is like, what would I have done?
Sure.
You know, and kind of like, that's why like I didn't contact you guys on Monday, because I probably wouldn't have done that for one of my friends. And not that I'm cold-hearted, it's just like, it just, that's just not how me and my friends work. So it didn't, you know. So
there's extenuating circumstances that you wouldn't have known that caused her friends to be concerned. Mm-hmm. Just so you know. There's nothing wrong with you for not going, oh, something's wrong, and calling the police. The people that provided the information to the police initially had way more information about her than you do. So that's why they came forward. So I can see it, I can feel a little reservation that you're like, why didn't I do something? You didn't know enough. I think a normal person on Monday, a reasonable person is just going, shit, this woman's, whacked out relationship with her husband. She's got 2 kids. Now she's pregnant. She just takes off. So don't blame yourself for not making a phone call to the law enforcement or going to the police. You didn't know anything. So I'm just trying to help you get past that. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's not, the people that came to us had way more info than you did regarding what was happening with her life.
Okay.
Okay.
So
don't beat yourself up over that. Please don't. Okay.
And then, so Tuesday, after that conversation, I told him, I told him to delete his text because I knew he was like going crazy texting me, and I didn't want any of his friends to see him texting me because I don't think they knew about me. It had nothing to do with you guys. It was just like, and you'll see him,
The secrecy of your relationship.
Pretty much. And I just feel like he was texting me so much openly, and he had friends there that I was like, I didn't want them to see that. And so I was trying to get him to slow down. And then I told him too, after he lied to me, I was just kind of I was done. And I was trying to find a way to get away from the situation without alarming him or panicking him. So I told him everything is all good, I'm still here for you, and I feel bad because I lied to him, but I just try to keep him calm. And then I told him contact me once they find your family, and then we'll talk.
That was Tuesday?
That was Tuesday.
Okay.
And he sent me a text back saying something along the lines of what did he say? Something please just think of and I kept telling him I was scared. I was really freaking scared. In fact, that's another thing I miss. I'm so tired. Monday night, I called him back in the middle of the night because I could not sleep. I could not sleep at all. And I remember when I called him, he sounded like he was sleeping. And I was like, how the hell can you sleep right now? That's exactly what I said to him. And he was just I'm just kind of dozing off and on the couch. And I just remember thinking, I haven't shut my eyes yet. And this is not even my family. And so that happened on Monday night. So then I was going somewhere with that had to do with Tuesday. I forgot what it was. I'm so sorry.
Take a breath and relax. We're almost to Wednesday, and then we're out of here.
Yeah. So then, so then once he lied to me, I just really trying to push him away, and he was just don't forget the person that you knew me to be when you were with me or something like that. And
was that strange?
It just kind of sounded almost like a farewell, and I didn't think it was too weird because I was I think he realizes that I'm really upset that he lied to me, and I think he's aware of the fact that I'm probably about to walk away from him. So I think that was his way of saying goodbye. So it didn't really seem strange in the context of what was going on between the him and I part of stuff. And then, and I kept asking him too, what did you do, Chris? What did you do? And he was I didn't do anything. And I'm where's your family? And I asked him that. I don't know if I started doing that on Tuesday or if I started doing that on Monday, but I think it was Tuesday because I don't really think I was that alarmed on Monday. And then, so that was supposed to be our final sign-off text. And then Jim got there at my house, and I was hanging out with Jim. But I was still, in my head, just kind of, stressed out. And I remember I, walked out of the room, went in my bedroom, and texted Chris one more time. And I told him, I was if you did something bad, I was you're going to ruin your life. And I was and if you did something bad, I was you're going to ruin my life. And I was and I promise you that. And he responded back to me, and he's I didn't hurt my family, Nikki. And that was the last text. That was the last time we ever talked. And I never said another word to him after that.
That was Tuesday.
That was Tuesday. And then he left me alone. He gave me the space that I asked him. He respected it. And he didn't mess with me at all.
Was that a phone call where you said?
No, that's all Tuesday. Text Tuesday.
Text Tuesday.
Just call it
all
text Tuesday.
Okay.
Everything was text. I did not talk to that man on the phone all that day. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was all text. And then...
So at that time in your mind, if you said that, what are you thinking? What were you thinking that he maybe did something to his family?
Yeah, I started getting really scared.
What caused that
The
thought?
fact that he lied to me.
Okay.
And that she still wasn't home, and it was day 2. Like, I figure if you're upset for a day, you leave for a day, but you come back. And she wasn't back. And it was, like, midday. And not only that, but, like, she doesn't have her phone, she doesn't have her car, she doesn't have the kids' EpiPen, she doesn't have any of that. So what I'm thinking in my head is, like, for a night, if you're really upset, somebody comes one of your friends picks you up, like, okay. But I can't explain that for 2 days. Like, that just doesn't, like, logically process in my mind as something that any woman I know would do. The one-night thing, I know women that would do that. But the 2-night thing, no. And so I'm like, she's still not back. And he just lied to me. And it made me, like, I just started getting scared. And I remember, like, telling him that throughout the whole day. Like, I don't even know how many times I texted him that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's, like, 8-10 times. Where I'm just like, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. And one of the last texts that I sent to him, too, I told him, I said, I'm scared because I feel like I don't know who you are anymore. And
his response to that?
I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I think that was, like, in that, like, sign-off text that I sent to him.
Okay.
But, I mean, I was, like, kind of scared. What I was really scared for was scared for his family's well-being because, it's like, I don't know where these people are at this point, and it's scary. I mean, it's scary that she's gone, but it's even more scary to me that these little girls are gone. Like, that was the part that really freaked me out. Like, if it was just her, I'd be like, well, maybe she took off with somebody, maybe she didn't. I mean, I don't know, because she's a grown woman and she can make those choices.
Was some of the scared, was there fear in you that people were going to find out about your relationship too?
No, I didn't even care about that at that point. I was just,
okay.
like, scared, like, of the situation. It was, like, getting escalated, and it was freaking me out. And he was just, like, not... He was strange. So, another thing, so that was Tuesday, and that was it for Tuesday, but I forgot some stuff on Monday that I did need to bring up to you guys. So, Monday, when we were on the phone, at one point, he mentioned to me, I can't even believe I have to say this, she left her wedding ring here. And I said something along the lines of, does that mean you two are done? And he was like, he said, how much do you think it's worth? And I was like, remember hearing him say that and being like, what the fuck? And I remember thinking to myself, like, I don't even know how to respond to this. And so I was like, I don't know, pawn it, man. And I was just like, I pawn jewelry all the time. I was like, I pawn jewelry a few times. I was like, it's not worth shit, though. And I was like, so I don't know if you really want to do that. And he's like, no, I think I'm going to get it appraised. It's a nice rock. And I was just like, okay. And it was, like, really awkward.
And that was on Monday?
That was on Monday night. And that, to me, was like, it was kind of strange. And then the Tuesday lying thing, like, I'm telling you, it started, like, Monday night, him saying that was why I couldn't sleep, because he made the comment about the wedding ring.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, her still not coming home, and then him lying to me. And I was just like, oh my God, like, what if something happened? And it was, like, really hard for me to
When you say, what if something happened, what were you thinking?
Like, what if somebody took her? Like, could he possibly hurt her? And that was, like, the first time that I really, I think, genuinely considered, did this man hurt his wife? And it was, like, hard for me to grasp. And I thought about it a lot, and I waited for the night because I wanted to see if she would come home. And it was already pretty late, and I had company, and I was just like, let me just see how this plays out. And my buddy Jim left, I don't know, probably like 9 or 10. Probably it's like the same time he always leaves. And then I couldn't sleep again. It was really bad. And I woke up in the morning and I saw the interview that he had with the newspapers. And he just looked really different to me.
How so?
The light in his eyes is gone. They're like a different color now. It's like he has no soul. I swear to God. I saw it and I was just like, look at his eyes. I saw his mugshot. They're not even the same color. Like, when you guys retrieve the pictures that are on my phone, look at his eyes then compared to now. Like, it's the scariest shit I think I've ever seen in my life. It freaked me out. I was like, that's not even the same man that I know, and it was really uncomfortable. But anyways, I saw that report in the morning, and I was just to the point where I was just like, all right, like, something happened. This woman is missing. Whether it was him or someone else, I know, like, a woman went missing not too long ago in Longmont. Like, I think it was like 2 months ago or something like that. And you guys, not you guys, but somebody up there called off the search on her. I don't think they ever found her. So I was like, I don't know, maybe that's connected. Maybe somebody came and got her. Maybe he did something. I don't know. But I knew, like, it was a problem. And at this point, I was like, I'm in a very messy situation with this man. And I don't know what to do. And so I called my dad, because he's like the only person that I trust with everything in the whole world. And I was just like, I have a problem. And I told him everything. And then I was like, we just discussed it. And it was like, we need to go to cops. Definitely. Because I figured you guys would find me eventually. But I was like, I feel like they need to speak to me. I feel like I'm a very important person for you guys to communicate with. And so, you know, and again, I wish I'd have done it sooner, but it just kind of took the sequence of events of his lies and all of his bullshit falling apart for me to process that I needed to address the situation. And so, you know, and the time. And so that to me, and another thing he lied to me on, I caught him on Monday night, he was like, oh, it was right after the wedding ring thing. He was talking about, it might have been before, one of the two, but he was like talking about how he like reflected on North Carolina, and he was talking about how he wanted the separation and all this stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute. I thought you were the one trying to make peace with her, and she's the one who didn't want it. He's like, no, I wanted it. And I was just like, okay. And another thing on Monday night, his breathing was like, oh, it was like his voice would crack sometimes. But I didn't, like, condemn him for anything like that, because I was like, well, yeah, he's probably stressed the hell out. His family's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, I don't know. So that happened. And then,
he never made any admissions to you about anything that he had done.
Nope.
He never said anything about doing, or at any time, not just in these days, but during your relationship, did he ever say anything about hurting his wife, his children?
Never.
Never. And then on these conversations from Monday to Tuesday, did he ever say that, you know, somebody did something to them, or did he ever give an excuse to you how this could have happened?
No, I mean,
Other than they just were going to a friend's house.
Yeah, or he was like, yeah, I think she's like with one of her friends, she doesn't want to talk to me kind of thing. But
So-
other than that, no. I mean, like, he told me, like, yeah, she said she was with another man, but I think it was out of spite. Like, he never really, like, held that she was with another dude. Like, he never was like, yeah, she's with some guy. Like, she said it, but I don't think she meant it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what he was, like, directing towards me. But no, I think that's why I gave him the benefit of the doubt so long. Like, he's always been such a civil, gentle man to me. And he's always been pretty calm and, like, level-headed when he talks about the differences between him and his wife. And, I mean, that's a sensitive subject. And he never, ever seemed like he was, like, aggressive about it. I mean, he was always just, like, chill. And he never talked ill of his children. He was always so bubbly about them. Like, those were his babies. So when all of this happened, I was just like, what the fuck? And
So that brings me to a question real quick. I mean, I don't think anybody over the last 6 or 8 weeks knows this dude better than you. I really don't. You guys probably spent more time together than anybody. Conversation, whatever, relationship. What do you think? What's the catalyst for this event? Do you have any? Have you had? And I know it's a hard question, but I want to get it out now. We're here. If there's a thought that you have that might lead us to understand a little bit why he might have done something like this. Like I said, I met Chris on Wednesday, so I don't know Chris, not like you do.
You know, I've thought about this, and sometimes I think to myself, if I wasn't in that man's life, would his family still be alive? And I've thought about this a lot, and I think I could give myself different responses. But in all honesty, I think they might be alive, but not permanently. I do not think that this man just snapped. I don't think that he just met some fucking amazing woman and he was just gonna try to fucking murder his family and then think that I was okay with, like, building a relationship with somebody who did something like that. Like, at what fucking point, you know? And not only that, like, I always try to say, you know, like, when we get to a point where we've been together long enough, I would love to meet your children. Like, I never discluded them from anything. Like, I remember coming back from Colorado Springs, and I was like, oh my God, they got the Cheyenne Zoo down here. You got to take your kids, and like you can feed the giraffes, and they would love it. And like, I always try to like show him cool things. Like, hey man, would your kids like this? Because my nephew would like this. Like, check this out. You know, like I sent him a screenshot of some rainbow unicorn Lucky Charms the other day. I was like, do your daughters know about these? Because I bet these are epic. Like little things like that, where it's like genuinely, like I care. I do, like, despite how messy this is and how I'm sure I'm going to be portrayed in the media and everything, like, I care about, like, his well-being with his children and all of that. And so, for me, like, when I think of what was he going through his head, I find it really hard to believe that I am the catalyst for all of this. I will be willing to say that I think me being in his life accelerated what was inevitably about to happen. But I don't think people just snap. Love does not murder. Hate and resentment murder. That's the way I look at that. I do not know what is the truth anymore and what's not, and I don't have all of the details, but this is just my opinion, but I'm pretty convinced that that woman and him did not get along very well. And the reason they stuck together was, hey, we're going to do kids. And I think they also stuck together because they were in a very bad financial bind. And I think that she continuously disregarded it. And I think he messed up because he was too passive to say anything to her about it and really address it. And it just got to the point where it's just like you file bankruptcy and then what do? Just wait till you file the next one? I don't know. I don't know what their finances look like now, but from the way it made it sound, it's probably a pretty stark situation. And I don't know if hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt over and over and over again are enough to lead a man to want to take somebody out, but I don't know. I've heard of people committing suicide over that shit before, and I would never justify what he did. I think it's fucking disgusting. He's such a fucking pig. But I try to be why? I try to come up with a why, and I really think that he was struggling with her really bad, and not only that, he's got a third child on the way, and I know he was probably just like, I can't fucking afford a third kid. Wants it, but can't afford it, you know? And he always told me he, wanted a little boy. You know, he wanted a third child. Mm-hmm. And so I think that it was just something I think they were in a financial situation, and I think she was very non-responsive to him trying to solve problems and get out of the situations that they were in. And I think people just get complacent is what it is. And then, I think he met me, and I think I was a breath of fresh air for him, where it was he could get away and just be you know what, I can be myself. I don't have to worry about money right now. And this girl, I have my shit together. My life is so very in order.
You seem very organized and independent and dialed
always.
in
I do
for
really
30.
good. I do really good at work. I have almost a perfect credit score. I've been saving money for a house. I don't mess around. I mean, I screwed up. This is my one screw up ever, and it's about to be on national news. But just very dialed in, and I think it was a breath of fresh air for him to be around something like that, because I don't think that he knew that was a real thing. And he had told me that numerous times. I didn't know women like you existed. It's just all right, I don't, and when he meant it, it was just just the way you run your life. And so, because he got married really young, and so, to answer your question, I think inevitably it was going to happen. I think it just got propelled faster. I mean, I don't understand what he would have achieved with, if he wanted to be with me that bad, what he would have achieved with me by doing what he did. I think his situation at home was way, way deeper than anything him and I ever had, and it led to that. And I don't know what happened in that conversation that they had, but I kind of have a feeling that it wasn't even about her pregnancy or another man or me. I have a feeling it was about the money.
So drilling down, you think money
I
for
think
him
it's-
is the biggest downfall. You guys, I mean, beyond their relationship, really, I don't know that you know too much about the relationship or the particular issues other than monetary issues, financial issues. That sounds like what you guys talked about when you talked about their relationship.
I mean, like, he told me other things, like they really didn't like sleep together too much, stuff like that, but I feel like a lot of husbands and wives don't do that. But it was like, oh, of course you don't. That's why you're coming to me, you know? No, I think I just, like, me being in his life just pushed that forward. I honestly think that there's probably a good possibility that this would have just happened. Like, further down the road. Where
So did you see that before yesterday or Tuesday, or was that just kind of something that you have reflected on and you've thought about this now going, man, now that I see that in this guy, or just because of the lifestyle he was living, and if he didn't get removed from it, this was going to happen sooner rather than later, like you said?
You know, if I was to reflect on anything over, like, the past few weeks, besides, like, the stuff in the last few days where you're like, hey, is there, like, any red flags? I would say, like, no. But one thing I did notice one time is we were sitting on my couch, and I was telling him, like, my house, I have a really beautiful house. Like, it's set up, like, really nice. But everything I have is, like, from Craigslist or Goodwill. Like, I have pieced it together, and it's all, or, like, marked down stuff, and I have pieced it together in a way, like, it's pretty, huh? It's a pretty house, but you would never guess that, like, everything I got is, like, super discount. And one day we were sitting on my couch, and we were just, like, bullshitting about some stuff. And I was telling him, like, oh, yeah, you know, like, I got this marked down on American Furniture because, like, the corner was dented. And, like, I got this one off a guy on Craigslist. And I put it all, and I was, like, telling him, I was, like, I put it all together. And I was, like, to me, it was, like, material things don't make a home. I was like, it's the energy and the love that you bring to the home. I was like, it's not about what it looks like. I was like, it's about what you, like, bring to it, like, mentally. And he, like, collapsed in my lap and gave me, like, the biggest, most genuine hug I think that man has ever given me. And he just laid there, and he was just like, you were so different. And I didn't even say anything. I just, like, put my fingers in his hair and just let him chill there. And I assumed that it had to do with the finances. But it didn't, like, stress me out. It was just, like, this relief sigh where he just, like, dropped into my arms. And I didn't, like, really think too much of that event, except for that I was, like, this was, like, it was, like, a really genuine hug, like, collapsed into my lap, like, just so relieved. And I didn't really think much of it until, like, I started reading about, like, their bankruptcy and all this other shit, and I was like, oh. So I think it might have been bigger than he let on, because he never told me about his bankruptcy.
Sure.
You know, he just told me about his current financials, and he didn't even get that in depth, but I'm assuming they're trashed. And so, yeah, I think her spending all that money and not listening to him, and him not standing up for himself in a calm and, you know,
Just to elevate.
yeah.
Last hard
just
question
kinda-
regarding this. And,
Go ahead.
And then I have just two cursory questions regarding something else, and then I think maybe Tim has a few questions for you. But I think what you say about the finances directs directly at his wife. Do you think that goes to the children as well? Because she took, did she treat them like that, like they were gold and they got everything as well that you know of? Or do you think there's a separate issue for why he may have done what he did to his children other than financial?
That part I don't have an answer for. I can't fucking explain that. I don't even think there is an answer. I don't even think there's any sort of, like, computing up here that could possibly give a rational explanation for why that would have happened. I mean, the only thing that I've honestly thought of when I play this scenario over in my head is that maybe they woke up and saw him doing it in their mom, and he was like, fuck. Now I gotta do this too. I don't know. I'm like, why? Because they were, like, his like little lifeline, you know, he that was everything to him, you know, and I get like those two have problems.
But he had a great relationship, but from what you're accounting is
With his
he
kids.
loved his children.
Yeah, like that part, it's oh my god, that's the worst part of this whole mess. The worst part of this whole mess.
We won't dwell. We don't have to dwell. on it.
No.
Let me ask you.
But so no, I don't have an explanation. That's the only thing I can possibly plausibly think of is maybe they saw it, but other than that, I don't know what the fuck.
Okay. Who's Charlotte?
Are you asking me who's Charlotte?
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my friends?
Mm-hmm.
She's like a really good friend of mine. Why?
Did you have some conversations with her regarding another boyfriend
No.
that you might have met on eHarmony, or did she meet somebody on eHarmony?
No, she's engaged.
Okay.
She's engaged.
So there's some text messages that we got off your phone, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I'm asking this is because if he found out maybe you had another boyfriend, you understand my line of questioning, that looked like maybe you had another boyfriend. And I don't know if that's this Jim guy, that maybe you guys were, no, I'm not saying that he's your boyfriend, that when we were interpreting the text messages, that it seemed like he might, you know, this man came to my house, he has a key to my house, that you're saying right now. When I look at that from my perspective, Jim may be another boyfriend for you.
Oh, no. Charlotte is like my oldest friend.
So did you have a conversation with Charlotte about Jim?
I mean, sometimes we talk about him. We're all friends.
Did you guys ever have a conversation about eHarmony? That's the
I mean,
kind of
possibly. I
online-
was on there for a while.
Okay.
But I didn't actually ever go out on any dates with guys from eHarmony. Not
Okay.
one. Like, I talked to a couple guys on there, but I was like, no, I didn't go on any dates.
So the only reason would be another potential reason for him to be upset.
No, he knew about Jim. He's always known that Jim is one of my good friends,
Okay.
and I lay it out for people at the beginning. Like, I have friends that are male, I have friends that are female. These are my friends. That's what it is. Like,
Okay.
he never, to me, seemed like jealous of Jim by, like, any means. So, no, I'm curious what text you're talking about with Charlotte.
I
I talked to that girl so
I have
much.
153 pages of text messages, so I can't. If I could pull it up, I would, but I don't know where it is.
I thought you guys just got my text.
We got. When we ask for everything, for 7 days they give us everything.
Oh, so why did you need to just do that if you just had them?
Because I don't know that they're completely accurate. Again, what they send me is I don't have any way to verify that they're accurate.
Gotcha.
And if you delete a text message, sometimes those are not retained by carriers. They're still on your handset. There's a way to recover them from your phone. But they may not be held. There are certain carriers that don't even keep text messages. And I won't tell you who those people are, but they don't keep them. We can't even get our hands on them because they don't have a database. They don't pay the money. They're stored on your stuff and your stuff only. So that's why we ask for it. And some of those things disappear in 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, unless we ask them to keep them. And sometimes we don't know in time. So that's why we do it too. Okay? So just, it was a question because it also would provide potentially a motive for what Chris did if he found out that you had another boyfriend.
Why would he kill his family?
Well, he
if I
wigs
have a
out that he
boyfriend?
finds out that you have a boyfriend and just loses it altogether. Do you understand? Because he's already losing his wife, and now his new girlfriend has another boyfriend, and he can't. There's multiple reasons why. It was a concern. That
His cheese slid off his cracker. So sad. I don't know. He's like not even the same. I look at those like mug shots and they're scary. They scare me.
Yeah, that's what you said about that video too. It didn't. I had noticed it was. I would have been a wreck. Oof.
I don't know. I mean, I volunteered with some guys for when I did the armed military stuff that had PTSD, and they were telling me when they went through trauma that they like kind of locked up. So like, I didn't even think it was the fact that he was calm that freaked me out.
Oh,
it
when
was
you were
like
helping
his
those guys out
eyes.
when he, from the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was his, like, that part didn't, because I was like, I've seen, there's these guys that have been in battle that I've worked with that are like, yeah, I've experienced this is how I handle my trauma, and they're, like, very, like, just kind of like zombies. But, so I didn't hold that against him, it was just his eyes, and just the light is gone from his eyes.
So let me just finish just with a couple quick questions here, but
besides the obvious, and what he's done, what's the worst thing about this guy? Did you ever have just some sense? You seem to be pretty together with who you date, the people you hang around with. You seem to know a lot about people. Was there some impression he gave you that
The
was
whole
negative?
time? Like the whole time we were together?
Yeah. Anything negative that sticks out?
I didn't think anything negative. I mean, like, I have preferences. Like, I thought he was, like, I don't want to use the word clingy because it's fucked up. He was, like, really, he was a lot more into me than I was into him. And it didn't make...
The entire time?
Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed his company, though. I mean, enough so that I kept everything going despite the situation. And, I mean... Like, it didn't scare me or anything. It's just like, I don't move that fast.
Okay.
So I think things
What were his
moving.
long-term plans with you? What did he discuss with you?
Like, I mean, we'd, like, bullshit about it every once in a while and be like, oh, yeah, like, I asked him, I was like, if you didn't have that big house, because he didn't want to live in it, and he had made it very clear he didn't pick that out, he didn't, none of that. I was like, well, if you could have a house that you wanted, what would your house look like? And he would tell me, he's like, I want a little ranch home. Like, it doesn't need all these floors, just a few bedrooms, enough space for my kids, maybe some property so they can, like, run around. 2-car garage, maybe 3, put the old sports car in there because he liked cars. Stuff like that. You know what I tell him? I'm like, I'm simple too, so if you end up doing that and we end up staying together, let's do it. But it was never like, sell your house, let's go buy a house. Like, it was very...
You ever say anything about getting married?
To me?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a thing where it was like offhandedly, like one day maybe this will happen. But again, it was like these were, I did not take these as very like deep conversations. It wasn't like this is when we're going to get married. This is what's going to go on.
Okay.
And
you knew him for how long?
Brief.
Total. Just not dating him, but I mean, when were you first aware of him? How long?
I don't know. Probably the beginning of June or maybe May. So like 2.5, 3 months tops. I mean, this is all like really fresh. Like all of this is compounded into like a very small time frame.
Very quick.
Yes.
Has he worked for the company for a while?
Yeah. I don't know how long. I want to say like 5 or 6 years off the top of my head, but I don't know. But
Did he supervise people? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, kind of. So he was an operator, and the way the operators are set up at Anadarko is they have operator 1, operator 2, operator 3. But then each operator is like broke down into like the basic guy, the medium guy, and like the foreman. And then it starts all over again. So he is still on level 1 of the operators, but he's like the top dog on the level 1 of the operators.
Okay. The whole time you've known him, this 2 or 3 months, did he ever complain of anything, any medical issues whatsoever? And did you ever pick up on anything? Is he allergic to anything? Does he have any, a special diet, anything that's messing with him physically?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, how about psychologically? Do you ever think there's something wrong with this guy?
No, I wouldn't have dated him if I did. He honestly, I mean, maybe because I thought he was like one of the like most laid back and like decent men I'd ever met, and I just haven't met a lot of people like that. But I mean, no, not up until all this stuff started happening. Then I was like, whoa, you are not the person that I thought you were. But prior to that, no, not at all. I really didn't. I enjoyed his company.
You think he was dating anyone else?
No.
No way?
No.
Okay.
He was way too invested in that.
Was the relationship was it sexual right off the bat?
Pretty close. I mean, like, once we got it to be, like, where we're hanging out outside of work, yeah. I mean, it wasn't, like, immediate, but shortly following that, yes. And then it just continued.
Okay. Pretty consistently throughout the relationship? So kind of hot and heavy. You mentioned that maybe you guys were sending some photos back and forth. What kind of photos is he sending you?
Well, see, he would, like, send me, like, workout photos, stuff like that. He sent me a couple of inappropriate pics. I did not request those. I didn't even want them. I was just like, why did I do this?
What were they?
Oh, it was of his package. And I'm just like, okay, cool.
Like his face and everything? Or just...
No.
Okay.
No, that's it. But I think he only did that, like, one time. It's just like, I don't even really want this. But usually he would just send me pictures, like, workout pics, like, progress pics stuff, and I would just kind of keep him updated, like, because he had some, like, fitness goals in mind, so it's kind of like trying to help him out with that.
Okay. When was the last time you guys were intimate?
Saturday.
Was that the Broncos game?
Uh-huh.
Where would that have taken place?
At my house.
when he went to go pick you up before heading up to?
He didn't pick me up. We drive my vehicle. But, yeah, prior to and immediately following afterwards. So it was like,
So when he dropped you back
he
off,
came to my house,
you
it
did.
happened, and then we went out to dinner, and he came back to my house, happened again, and then he left.
Okay. Any other stressors in his life besides finances and that he mentioned?
I mean,
His wife.
just the fact that that she doesn't like let him openly communicate. I mean, but other than that, no. I mean, nothing that I really know of. We didn't like dive super deep into that stuff. It was just like occasionally there'd be a conversation where it would come up, and I mean, it wasn't even really information that he wanted to provide. It was just like me being curious, like, why are you separating from her? This is good to know. Or like, what are your finances like in case I end up building a life with you? But it was usually me like doing the inquiries, but I used to try not to be like super invasive about that stuff.
Mm-hmm. What are the, in your mind, again, just real quick, what are the things that really pop out to you that he would complain about his wife?
Just that she didn't listen to him. She like never listened to him. She always just like shut him up. Oh, and he told me once that she used to like kind of like talk shit to him in front of his kids, and his kids were starting to repeat it.
To give you an example?
Yeah, she said, what did she say? He said he tried to ask her for something and ask her a question. I don't know, something, he didn't like dive super into this. This was like pretty early on, and she said, she told him to shut up and that he didn't know anything. And his kids started like repeating it. And he said that it made him really sad, and he realized that that was when he needed to separate from her.
So, and he never, though, he said she was a good mom?
Yeah, I mean, he never complained about her being like a bad mom or neglectful or anything like that.
Abusive, anything like that?
Nothing. When it comes to like violence or anger or any of that, nothing. I mean, and he even said like, yeah, like so she kind of like gets bossy with me sometimes, but as far as like arguing back and forth, he's like, that never happens. He's like, we don't fight like that. So I don't know. He seemed pretty like even keeled with stuff. So
Did they talk about how they discipline their kids at all?
I never asked. I felt like that was not my place.
And he never mentioned it?
Nope.
That's all I was going to ask.
Just making sure nobody else.
What time is it? I've been so...
It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
It's time to go. You have my card. Things will probably come to your mind in the next day, week, month, year, especially as you get some sleep and recover here. Please don't hesitate to call me. My email's on there. You can email me. The business phone number on there is not accurate. I used to work in our Pueblo office until
So what is it?
July. Just call my cell phone. I'm never in my office anyways.
Okay.
Okay? My cell phone will always be the same. So just call my cell phone. And I will respond to you as soon as I can. If you need to send an email, again, you can send an email to me. Okay? If I can help you in any way with some services to deal with the obvious trauma that you face, let me know, and I'll get you in touch with the people that can help you. Also, if you have issues with anybody intimidating you in any fashion, I will tell you right now, I have zero tolerance for that. Zero. I will charge anybody if I can prove it, and I will take them straight to jail. Period. You're not a suspect in anything. You're merely a witness. Unfortunately for you, you met a man who did some terrible things, and I won't stand for it. Through my career, period, zero tolerance. You will go straight to jail. You call me immediately, and I will handle it.
I appreciate
Okay?
that.
And finally, you probably eventually are going to get media inquiries.
When are you thinking this is going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen soon. I really don't. I will tell you today that there was an inquiry from a media member requesting to know if there was any other people involved in Chris's life. I think they're searching, but there is no there's only a multiple couple of time reasons that somebody could think what would cause this.
Well, they're seeing
they-
the financial stuff. They're posting it.
Right.
I'm seeing
And-
it.
So I think there's a buffer for you for a couple of reasons. I told you today, I did not see the affidavit. I don't think your name was mentioned in it. There's no reason for it, I don't think, at this time for his arrest. When the affidavit becomes public, which I think they mentioned maybe early next week, that'll keep them media busy for a while.
Oh, so her name wasn't in it that you
I
think?
don't think your name
Mark
was
said
in
he
it.
didn't publish that thing
Right.
yet, so if he has
He, so I talked to Mark this morning, and I know he has not written a report. Now, I do know that he did talk to the people yesterday just regarding her, because it was important for some of the things we were doing yesterday. Again, I don't think your name appears in that report. But don't hold me to that. I didn't write the affidavit, but from what I know, it doesn't. So at some point, your name is going to come out. I mean, there's just no way it's not. And like I told you, I want.
So when do you think that is? Like when we take this to trial?
I don't
Like
know.
at what point? Because nobody knows about this.
Right, but Chris does.
Yeah, I don't think he's in any rush to tell the media anything. I mean, maybe.
Is there mitigators that he, in his mind, or again, you got a phone call from the public defender's office, whether you talked to them or not, that's
did
your business.
not.
You didn't?
I did not.
Oh, I thought you did.
I did not.
Hmm.
I didn't know what to do. Mark said to ask you what to do.
Okay, so did they reach out to you?
Yep.
Okay, you can, your decision. You don't have to talk to them, or you can. I won't say either way. You have to make that decision for yourself.
I don't really know what to do. I feel like if I talk to them, they're either going to try to like find some holes in my story or try to get me to like be Chris's only ally, and I don't really feel like dealing with either one of those.
Then I think you've made up your mind.
Yeah,
So
I don't
and
want
maybe
to.
confide in your father.
No, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
already talked.
I can't really give you legal advice. They have every reason to want to talk to you. Just like if they got to you before I did, I would want to talk to you too. You understand what I mean? And I won't hamper what their investigation is or anything. They want information too, certainly. They have a client that they're trying to protect and make sure that everything that we're looking at is the same thing that they would want
But
to
they
look
can
at.
get it from you.
They will get it from us.
So-
It'll be in discovery. They'll get everything that we've talked about here, and that's so when that happens, which is pretty short order. The reports that we will generate, everybody involved in this case, will be sent to the public defender's office. I think at that time you might find that there could be some exposure for you. So I am not going to tell anybody who you are. If somebody called me today, I don't talk to the media. I don't have any business talking to the media. Mark has no business talking to the media. They don't need to know who you are. Your part in this is not relative to anything to the story. For me, it's nothing that they need to know, and I don't ever give information to anybody.
They're going to dwell on it though. They're going to try to use that as his why. I don't think it's his why. I really don't.
That's why I asked you that question.
No.
You think his why is financial? And whether or not we ever know what his why is, I don't know.
Did he tell you guys what his why was?
I can't discuss it with you.
So just a quick open question. The way the legal system runs, is it if he totally confesses and pleads guilty, is there a reason for a trial, or do they just pack enough discoveries together that this proves what he said and
So the
and
purpose
he goes
of
to a kind of court and it's done, or
the purpose for discovery is we have to we're obligated by law to share everything that we know with the public defender or a
Absolutely.
private attorney.
Right. Okay.
It doesn't go the other way. They don't have to share anything with us. So we are obligated to give them everything we have, no matter what happens. I can tell you right now, probably sometime early this week will be his. He's going to enter a plea. Either I'm guilty or not guilty. That will probably be sometime Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this coming week, I would imagine, from what I heard today. Now, it might be a little more delayed, and then that starts the legal process. So
But if he pleads
if
guilty,
he pleads
though-
guilty, could that happen today? Sure, certainly. I mean, he could go to his attorneys. You've seen it happen before. If he pleads guilty, is that information still available? Absolutely. because there's still got to be legal process regarding is he competent to stand can he make that plea? Are the attorneys going to allow him to do so?
All the stuff.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep,
So
okay.
all that information still goes to them, and then that would play into potentially what is the sentence, what could be the penalty. All those things have to be looked at by attorneys. So there is not them ever getting her name. It is going to be there at some point. And I don't know. I understand your fear, and that's why I told you that if anybody, I don't care if somebody calls you and says, anything minor, you call me and let me know, please. I will not stand for that.
Well,
okay.
So it would be the news people would only be the ones that, and of course they already know what to.
God, work is going to be such a mess too. That's going to be like a whole nother level. Like everybody at my work I heard was so like just damaged and broken today, and then it's like, let's just add Nikki into this whole mix. It's not going to be good for all of them, like mentally either. It's just going to be a mess.
Maybe your employer could transfer you to another business.
I think that's a fair statement. I will tell you right now that Anadarko has been very, very helpful with us and is very concerned about their employees in this event. And I'm tired too, but your employer definitely has an indication of your relationship with Chris, I would think.
They're not my employer.
Oh, that's right. You work for a different company.
Yeah, but you're saying
I think-
Anadarko has a knowledge of that.
Well,
Who are we talking about, Tasman or Anadarko?
I don't even know what Tasman is.
Tasman is the people that cut my check, and I'm contracted out to APC.
So I think people have suspicion that there was a relationship with Chris. Not saying you, but they may know that. I think there was some suspicion that he was having a relationship with somebody else. Not your name specifically. But if you went to your bosses and said, I have an issue that I don't, like your dad's saying, I think that you might find that they'll just get you out of there.
See, that's what we were talking about today, because they probably have a policy for psychological help. They probably have a policy for inquisitive, people bugging other employees. That's a big company with a lot of HR, and there's.
Do you have an employee assistance program?
I don't. Oh yeah, that they were there all day today. But it's like I got so many calls today from
Those are
people I work
questions
with.
that you can ask them anonymous,ly, and that information is
See,
retained.
that's what I was saying, because if.
So what am I supposed to do?
Well,
Tell my boss?
Well, but your boss isn't going to want rumor mongers. They're not going to want people stressing you out. They're not going to they don't want erratic workflow. They don't want any of that. So they'll probably do a broadcast letter of anybody that was friends,
They already
acquaintances
did. They already
of it,
dealt with all the shit
or
that's done
anything else.
today.
Please respect that employee's feelings. And right there, and by the way, if any of you have problems, blah, 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 you can call Mickey Mouse at, and that's probably, they probably have a policy with that.
Here's the
And
problem,
I'm hoping that
though.
they do.
I don't work for them.
But they can still
But if I'm like
protect you under
transfer
that.
me, like they're gonna be like, you're not even our employee. Like I'm pretty sure I'm about to lose my job over this.
No, you're not. Why would you lose your job?
I don't know, because I feel like people are gonna just complain about being uncomfortable with working with me. Like I am not gonna have any respect from anybody there. I think I will have like 2 people that still.
You really didn't do anything wrong.
I had an affair with a married man who lied to me and made me believe that he really wasn't like as married as I think he was. But the media is not going to be so kind to let everybody know that. I think people are going to think I'm like the reason that he went off the deep end.
That's probably a fair statement. I would probably agree with you to some effect. But if these people you know them at work, then
And the company will
protect you at some point.
buffer that as much as they can, because if not, it'd be chaos amongst employees, and they can't have that.
I'm just so sad.
It's just
like
not
this
good
is
in
like
their best
the
interest.
job of all jobs I've ever had in my life, and I
Really?
fucked it up.
Well, she's been out in the field. What, you've been home 3 months of the year on an average in staggered amount out in the middle of nowhere on oil rigs. This little thing was out hanging on oil rigs, and now they got her an environmental where she's able to clean up stuff.
Right.
And it's a hot job, man. It's just a hot job. And
I mean, would you
I
advise
wouldn't
me
start.
talking to like
I can't
my
give you
head
legal
higher up?
advice. Maybe the best thing to do on that is talk to your EAP, whoever the employees assistance people are. They're anonymous. They know all your HR rules. They know all your policy and procedure stuff. And how can I mitigate this?
Fair
and also,
question.
for your problem too is not just is this going to become an environment where you can't work? So you have to call those people and say, I don't want this to happen, so how do we take care of it? I want to continue to work for you guys. I love my job, whatever. Just be proactive. I don't know, your boss is on site.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. I don't know.
I think that's a personal decision you have to make.
Yeah,
but I
mean,
don't
I didn't
think-
even think about talking to them at all, but I keep thinking about it. I'm like, man, when my name gets out in the news, this is about to be crazy.
No,
Like,
I
I had
do it.
people calling me all day. Like, my office mate would not shut up. She just called me today, and she was just like, oh my God, did you read this article, and what did you think? And oh my God, and this, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk about this. Please leave me alone. And like, it was really overwhelming. And my project manager called me, and he's really chill, so we made it a very quick conversation. But some people just like didn't get it, and it's so hard to me
I
because
would
I
get
feel
in
like
front of
I'm lying to them.
I'd get in front of it. No, don't.
Yeah, because
Make
the
a
company,
decision.
I don't think it would be in their best interest legally, morally, or profit-wise to have a bunch of junk going on. They would suppress it to keep it at least where everybody's treated with respect throughout the company. This is a tough situation. They'll put the presidential speech in it.
Job like 75% of that at home.
Yeah, I
I've
would-
already been thinking about that. I was thinking about just asking Lena, like, hey man, just let me come in at like 5 in the morning and deal with the gas monitors like 2 days a week. No one will even know I'm
And I
there.
believe that
And let me just work at home.
they probably made a statement on that, what'd you call it, OHP or
EAP.
EAP?
They put out a notice today.
If they put that out and it says your confidentiality will be respected,
It has to be.
if that got leaked through an HR department and that got out after you told them something, that would not be good for.
Employment law is very strict on that
Yeah,
kind of
so
stuff,
I,
and
I think you should just not attack it, but be proactive in it and snuff it, because
And what? Just go tell my boss, like, not what I told you guys, but like a summed up version of it. Like, hey,
Well,
my
they-
name is about to get released in the media, and there's a lot of stuff.
I don't know if I'd do that in that fashion. I might you just need to figure out a tactful way to do that. And perhaps in an employment, there is attorneys that deal with employment law, and maybe you want to reach out to one of them. That might help you. I don't know. It's a decision that you might need to make, or you might want to talk. I think I would talk to EAP first because it's not going to cost you any money.
See if they'll do something. I hope so, because they're not actually my employer. So
Well, they're an outside agency that just knows what's going on.
But
See,
both,
I don't
both
know, so
companies, it would be in their best interest to protect everybody, including all the foremen he worked with, apprentices he worked with. I mean, all of those people have a lot of information too.
Not like me.
But again, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to have, they don't want to talk about it. They have the same rights. So it would be a company-wide thing. So I would just,
On the media
we'll
stuff,
work on that.
Yeah, I think you've got a grip on that. On the media stuff, for you, I wouldn't talk to the media. Just tell them you don't have any comment, and for you, probably the same. And if they just persist, maybe put somebody. It seems like your dad is your biggest confidant here, and maybe make a brief statement. If my daughter doesn't want to say anything, have a nice day, whatever. Because if you appease them a little bit, sometimes they'll go away. That would just be my suggestion. Don't talk to them. You don't need to.
I'm not going to. I guess they're gonna make their own assumptions.
Let
You,
them-
So does your neighbor, so does the
Right.
guy
They'll be talking
at
as soon as they
stopped at the
figure
red
out who
light.
you are. They're going to talk to your neighbor, and they're going